everybody.
Play a game, then give us a call sign, or beat it.
I think half of the floor enjoyed
Give
this.
us a call sign, then give us a call sign, or beat it. Play
But-
a game, then give us a call sign, then give
But-
us a call sign.
It has been an amazing 9 months, and to get to where we got the last 2 weeks, really good. And I won't talk about any of that. I do have a job outside of this, as many YouTubers do. Just know, oh man, feels good. Feeling good after a long couple of weeks. How are you, though? I hope you're doing well, and I hope you enjoyed the live stream that we did just a couple of minutes ago. I love it. I love DEF CON. I'm telling you, I don't know why I haven't been going there. I meet so many interesting people that I end up talking to just privately, personally. Meet people that I got to meet because of working with Brian Brushwood in the past and doing what we've done together. I got to meet Deviant finally. That was a while coming. Made some friends with old school hackers, like guys that are from the BBS days, and I got kind of brought over to the North Lobby where they all hang out, and I got to meet some of them. Really, really cool. It's amazing you can go to a place like that was like literally every part of my childhood that I was doing alone, or, my little skidding out every once in a while that I never got in trouble for. But it's so cool to be able to hang out with people like that and have a place for it. So if you have a similar mindset, I think you'd really love it. Anyway, that's not why you're here. I do believe that there might be some folks that maybe talk about Nyan Box, maybe some other things. We didn't really get to Q&A, so we're probably going to kick off right in the beginning of the after chat, talking to some of that stuff for everybody who didn't get to ask a question. I know we covered a lot of it, but still I want to make sure that we give Jabo Hack enough time to kind of answer questions, as well as I hear there might be other people joining us that were at DEF CON, and probably Meshtastic or Mesh Dealer Dave. He's a equal opportunity offender in the mesh world. It's not just Meshtastic. But let's hop in there and let's go ahead and say hello to it. Reboot Kid. If you are not going to Huntsville, maybe if you got more, I'll answer you in DM though, privately as we go on here a little bit. But if you're joining us for the first time on Discord, scroll down to hashtag live-stream. That's the text chat, so you can see everything that's going on. And then 2 below that is hashtag live-stream/afterchat. Make sure you set up a mic and headphones. I recommend headphones, not a speaker, because you'll get weird reverby stuff. So let's see who's in the chat today.
Kind of how it works. Depending on where you're at, some are great, right?
Hey.
And the one Leo that pulled me over. Sorry, Dave, go ahead.
With pretty silver bullets. Or bracelets, I mean.
Yo, how's it going, everybody?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, we got Jabo Hack, we got Hailhound is in the chat too. What's up? I mean, I saw you in the text chat. Thank you for joining us here on the after chat. That's so awesome. I appreciate you taking the time. Love it. You guys coming out is super cool. I see some other faces and names that I have not seen in previous after chat, so we'll get you all in a second there. Jabo is here, so because he was a guest, normally you guys are familiar with how we do this if you watch my channel a lot, and we do like a 1-hour show. Sometimes we don't get enough time for questions like we did today. So if there's anybody on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, or here in the Discord that has a question for Jabo, or really any DEF CON related question or anything like that, this is probably the group. This is some of the right people. Dive in right now. Hit that PTT button.
Fire them questions away.
Fire.
Tracking security cameras at an Airbnb.
Yeah, you could 100% do that. If they're wireless and really fingerprinted, which most of them are, there's like 45 vendors in there, and most of the time, if they're using a wireless camera, it's going to be one of the common vendors just because it's the cheapest way of doing it, unless they're DIYing their own solution and getting all complex with it. But yeah, in a lot of cases, you will be able to track those down based off signal strength.
Another fantastic idea is Rolla to do that at an Airbnb. That's a really good idea. Sorry, Go ahead, Hailhound.
Oh no, you're good, man. I was just going to say that's something that Jabo and I kind of worked on. He ran down that path pretty good, and then I did an IoT hunter as well, right? So there's an application inside of mine as well where you go to an Airbnb and you put in your Wi-Fi password they give you, and it runs out on the what's that?
Oh, I think he was just checking his mic. Was that?
Hi.
gotcha.
Oh my gosh. So many people.
And it'll run out on the network and find every camera port on that network. And then if it's a regular old Chinese camera, it'll brute force it and open it so you can see if there's a little hidden PP camera or something somewhere, somebody's spying on you.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. I travel so much now that there's so many, like, I know my area. Like, I know where the flock cameras are in my hometown and all that stuff. But I go in and out of hotels and all this stuff. This, like, signals intelligence of the space around you is awesome. I didn't even think of it, but it's such a smart idea. I love it.
Yeah, Jabo's he's kind of pushed into a lot of the recon stuff, and it's got me thinking a whole lot different. So I'd say that he's pioneered in a bunch of this stuff, especially with the camera stuff that he's been working on. It's been phenomenal being able to talk with him and go through a lot of this stuff.
That's awesome. We did get a question over on the YouTube side. Question for Jabo: will the 3D printing files be available for printing or remixing for the Nyan box, if they aren't already?
It's possible at some point. In its current day, not yet, but at some point, maybe.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Yeah, looks like it's K54IDJ. Do you have a question?
KR4IDJ. Well, I just noticed there's a lot of people in here, so I'd jump in.
Yeah, did you have a question?
I'm all good.
Oh, cool. All right. All right. Anybody else? Go for it. Just open floor for every questions. Let's take them.
How do you set up Meshtastic? I've been trying to flash the software.
Well, hold on for that. I'm talking about for Jabo or some of the tech that we saw at DEF CON, if you got a question about, like, the last live stream we did regarding interviewing Jabo. But hang out, because it looks like, yeah, Dave's here. I have definitely flashed all that. We can talk about that to some degree, because there is a custom-ish settings set that we're going to have for Huntsville Hamfest if you're going.
Oh, okay.
Right on. Yeah, go ahead. Questions. Open it up.
Jay, I might have missed this, but did you have an ETA in those add-on modules?
Oh,
not yet. A lot of our main focus right now is our production. Once we get a bit closer to, getting those orders pumped out, I think that'll kind of be a clear path of the add-on boards. And the other thing too with it is we want to make sure the software is fully developed for it before we release it, so that we're not just like shipping like a dummy module that you plug in that does not really anything. So that's the other thing as well. But no ETA as of right now, but at some point it is definitely plans.
And then, follow-up question would be, with the Proxmark 5's addition of the ability to run serial through to the Flipper Zero, is that some kind of a feature or functionality that Nyan Box could support in the future?
Interesting.
It's possible. Yeah, I mean, you could really do a lot through that serial bridge. So if it's just transmitting serial out and we can pick it up through the serial bridge on the Nyan, yeah, I don't see a reason why not.
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks.
Yeah, of course.
I did have a question that we didn't get to, and it's more of just a logistical question on, you mentioned running all day, like if you're running the Nyan Cat, and obviously if you're just like scanning 24/7, that might not run you all day. How big's the battery? Is it something that a user could probably upgrade it? Like ham radio guys will cram more batteries than are reasonable into things if we can. Like what are you running right now?
Yeah, so by default, it's a 2,500 milliamp hour rechargeable lithium battery.
Mm-hmm.
You'll likely, in most cases, get roughly like a day and a half. Honestly, it's probably closer to a day and a half unless you're like transmitting constantly.
Yeah.
In terms of upgrading, it is literally just a JST connector. So as long as your polarity is right, you can definitely upgrade it. The spacing in it, you might be able to fit a slightly larger battery, but for the most part, it's kind of maxed out in terms of the size.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was going to be my other part of that question is like, what do you think could actually fit in there? So it's pretty spec'd for the size. Hailhound, same question to you. I know I saw the kit. I was looking at videos for the kit today. It looks like a 2500 or 3000. Is that about what you recommend? I know the kit doesn't come with a battery, right? But that's what you recommend?
Yeah, man. It well, not a 3000, but you can do like a PlayStation 3 battery actually works the best, believe it or not.
What's a PlayStation 3 battery?
Ah, yes, the PlayStation 3. It's literally the PlayStation gaming console. So if you just use the gaming console controller, you can order them online. We're a little more DIY, and so you can order it online. Really,
is that like it's got pre-pigtailed battery connector, and that slides in there pretty good?
yeah, exact same thing. It's got a JST connector on it, and you can either solder it into place or you can JST it in. But it's definitely a more DIY aspect for sure. You can put any battery in there that fits. Let's put it that way.
What do people generally run though? Like just a 2000 2400 milliamp hour pillow battery?
No, it's around 1800. So it's probably around 1800 or less. I'd say 1800 to 1000.
Okay. Cool. More questions. Take it away. Go ahead.
Antenna question. Is all of the RF coming out through that antenna bank at the top, or do you have any like little antennas inside, like little ceramic antennas, patch antennas, anything like that?
No, so all of those are coming out through the top. In most cases, it's only going to be the one antenna transmitting, the ESP32 antenna. But in certain other cases, you could also use the 3 NRF antennas, and those would transmit as well. But no, there's just the top antennas there.
So there's nothing keeping me from making a billet machined enclosure for this. Okay.
Oh.
No. Yeah.
Let's just go ahead and see that.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
You should look him up.
If you do that, please send pics.
Yeah,
yeah, without a doubt.
I'm gonna drop his website so you guys can check it out. Aaron does some really cool stuff. Are we in there? Yeah, we're in there. Check out Modern Morse. He makes these custom hand-built CNC keys all in the U.S. and he did a Cerritos job on a U console. That's actually the one that Dave's rocking. Is that green Cerricoated U console? That's also Aaron.
Oh wow!
Oh, that's rad. Okay,
that is really nice. Wow.
Yeah, very cool. That'd be fun.
Are those resin printed or?
No, those are CNC'd.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that's all billet machined in my machine shop here in St. Louis. So
yeah,
if you go to Aaron Makes Keys on Instagram, you can actually see like some of the machining process if you scroll down far enough. So pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, he's on Instagram too.
Yeah,
what are you using for?
That is awesome.
Go ahead, Joe.
No, I was just saying that's awesome.
Yeah, what are you using for a machine? Are you a little 5-axis machine or something, or a couple?
I have a Haas DM1 and a Haas VF3SS and a DMG Mori NLX 1500 SY.
Yeah, bro, you're all right with me. You're rocking Haas machines. That's tip top.
So, DM me. Let's do something.
Yeah, 100%, dude.
What's
metal Hailhound cases?
Oh, go ahead. What was that? You got a question?
No, I was just adding a comment about the previous conversation, saying there should be some CNC milled like aluminum Hailhound cases would be cool.
That would be cool. I think my fan is getting some interference, so hold on. Let me dial this back a second. All right. Fire away with the questions. Let's take them live. I will ask a DEF CON question if nobody's. Oh, Dave just dropped a picture of it. Ooh, I like the alignment that he did with the antennas too. That's cool. I'm gonna do the old Delta Comfort hack, which is you drink the top off of your fridge cigarette. And then you
Hey Josh, it's Steve. I have a question
go for
for
it.
Jabo.
Go for it.
I missed the beginning of it, but I'm familiar with the product, and it is very cool. I have a question though. Are you familiar with LSAG signal trace, and have you, for lack of a better term, have you played with it at all?
I haven't had the ability to play with their actual platform, but yes, in most cases, you should be able to throw those off with just spamming a bunch of randomized beacons.
Exactly. Okay, cool. So you're familiar.
Yep.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah, just a Bluetooth spam. And a lot could be done as well to make those more realistic. But yeah, you can definitely throw those things off.
Yeah, the only reason why I ask is I did some consulting for a company that was involved with the RF side of that indirectly, and it was like when I figured out what it was like, oh my god, this is the world's worst Big Brother weirdness I think I've ever seen, and the possibility of false everything was just way too. It was just yeah, it was just a bong hit of engineering expertise there. So. Cool.
I will ask the dumb question for everybody in the chat. Explain, Steve and Jabo. What are you talking about? What is this?
Oh boy, I'll let Jabo go because I don't know where my NDA sits with that.
No, yeah, 100%. So think of Flock, but Signal Trace is the MAC address side. So they pretty much listen for a MAC identifier, which most phones like roll it in most cases, but your car is unlikely to roll that identifier. So what Signal Trace can do is they can pinpoint, hey, where's a car going? And kind of the concern here is, hey, if they have a data breach, or if someone that shouldn't have access to that data gets access to that data, or, there's some AI to it and it produces falsified information, that becomes a targeted set where literally all you need is someone's car's MAC address, or really any device that you're carrying that has a signature, to be able to track it down and where you've been constantly.
Wow. There's actually another component to that which is even more dangerous, which is that there is the ability to actually identify and catalog and keep as a data set. For instance, Bluetooth IDs, phone information, wearables. It can create a fingerprint of what that environment looks like at the time of an ALPR OCR recognition. So you could do a ALPR recognition, and it'll tie that environment to that license plate. So if it shows up, it's another way to try and fingerprint or ID a device. And on the software side, on the back end, it's pretty it's a pretty invasive way to catalog people.
So what's the thought there?
Yeah, 100%.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
So what's just spoofing it? Yeah.
Yeah, and it's easy enough to do if you throw up enough of those, enough spoof devices and change those. It'll never create a correlated ID for that particular hit. Mm-hmm. Or it would be so wide that it would be tough to keep that correlation together.
The other thing I'm guessing too, I'm not too familiar with how they work, and you don't have to answer this as I don't know what carries on to the NDA, but I'm assuming they're enumerating the full GAT information from a Bluetooth beacon to get all that data from like every single Bluetooth beacon, which if you're spoofing like 1,000 Bluetooth beacons, right, it's not going to be able to enumerate every single one of those. So there's going to be, at some point, it's going to be like there's too much information and lose information.
Yeah, no, I don't think it goes that deep. I think it's first come, first serve. I don't know much on the software side. I was on the RF and hardware side, but yeah,
That's fair.
it's interesting.
Boo, Steve. Boo.
Yeah, and it was one of those things that was like, wait, what is this for?
Yeah, that would be cool though. I mean, it's the dumb thing of like we've elected, not everybody, but a lot of people have elected to bring on these conveniences, and they have to have standards to be able to communicate. And then now people are using those standards to ID, basically fingerprint you based on your devices, and they can create a very detailed plan of what you do day in and day out, whether they're private entities, governments, whatever. And this is all just information that's being broadcast. So if anybody was that interested, it's not difficult for them to really lay out kind of a report on what you do any given day, day out, without really needing to know much about you. They just need to monitor you for a while.
Yeah, it's just like J-Bo was telling you guys about being tracked inside of a store. I mean, if any of you guys have ever walked into Walmart and then all of a sudden you're standing in an aisle and you get a ding on your phone and your app is telling you that this is what you normally purchase, it's the exact same setup.
Oh, yep. 100%. And in fact, you in even some diners, and I only know this from experience because we have a couple that do this. There are some very inexpensive, over-the-counter, if you will, camera surveillance systems that do license plate reading and can tie that to a face and track you through a building and track your and associate your ingress egress at that location with that license plate. So every time you show up, it knows where you should be and where you shouldn't be, or it knows where you were through that. And I've seen a few systems that do this, and you'd be surprised how effective they are and how inexpensive they are. It's scary. It's interesting.
You know what else is cheap?
I was just saying, I personally witnessed dynamic pricing happening in a grocery store here, where like I walked around this aisle like 4 or 5 times. It kept stopping at the Rubbermaid aisle area, and then it all went on sale in front of me. And then I came back 20 minutes later, and it wasn't on sale anymore. So call me paranoid, but
in the same breath, as you guys are describing of how they fingerprint us as regular citizens, I put some time and effort into a project that would correlate TPMS sensors seen at varying intervals. It placed on the gates and or around the gates to police detachments, was quickly able to find that you can fingerprint the vehicles based on their TPMS and Bluetooth devices, and then you've got a very easily deployable active map to track exactly where the police cars go and or are.
Nice work, champ.
Yeah, TPMS sensors are the unsung hero of tracking.
Champ, is that OSINT's project or something different?
Something different.
Yeah, there's a lot of data points. Yeah, of course. Yeah, there's a lot of data points that go into things anymore. I mean, everything that you do is quite literally being tracked, which is scary when you think about it, especially when there's private companies doing all this tracking. And it's like, who are they actually selling this data to, and who actually has access to this data? And that's, one of the biggest problems with Flock right now is where does that data actually go end of the day, and who has access to that, and what stops anyone from getting access to that data and starting to enumerate the database and then revealing the database. It's actually already happened. If you search up license plates, you could see whether or not you've been flocked, and they've redacted a lot of the data of where license plates have been. But it's scary to think that, literally someone having your license plate can then understand where you've traveled, where you live potentially based off triangulation of where you've been. And like, it's just wild.
They just busted a sheriff not that long ago in Florida somewhere that was selling flock data for that exact reason.
That's disgusting. Yep. That even is I mean, there's the stories of the police using it to like stalk girlfriends and stuff. Like that's a real thing that's happened. But now, like it's almost comic book-esque. Like, oh, the private investigator talks to his cop friend and slides him a 50, and he then shoots him some flock data. Like, we're at that point, basically. It's disgusting. So disgusting.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sure you guys watched that whole, I don't know if you guys have seen it or not. There was a huge video series that Ben Jordan did on just how open Flock was for a while and how wild
brilliant.
it was.
Just classic series. Absolutely. I think it's a must watch for everybody.
Yeah,
it's
I was
so
gonna
crazy.
say,
Sorry,
it's
I was
one
really quick. I was
thing-
just going to say that, like, I started watching Ben Davis for his synthesizer reviews. I've been watching that guy like 5 ever. And then all of a sudden pivots into like privacy and then starts talking about flock cameras. And I'm like, that's wild. Like, that's how serious this is. That a guy who's a professional musician cuts over and starts talking about how serious this is and starts dipping into the tech of it is like, everybody should be paying attention to all this stuff. But sorry, go ahead, J-Bo.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, I mean, if the security or the privacy isn't a highlight for anyone, I mean, the security behind it as well is just it's crazy. Like, at a point, you were able to access these things on Shodan, literally just looking up the header information, and you'd be able to figure out, hey, there's a flock camera, and you'd be able to literally navigate to the interface, which Ben ended up doing a video of reading out their pretty much policy right in front of the camera while streaming it, which was pretty comical. But the other thing too, with the whole database thing, I'm sure it's changed now, but they didn't even require MFA for accounts. So if you're law enforcement and you had an account, you did not have to provide MFA, which is just crazy to me that some of the basic things today are not being enforced in this massive database of license plates and, even facial recognition and a bunch of other stuff that things have kind of turned into. I mean, they're at this point, some of them even are deployed in like colleges for detecting, well, they say detecting whether or not there's like civil complaints and such. But what that gets into is voice recognition. And that's a whole other scary topic as well.
Data collection without guardrails is very dangerous. I think this all started off very well intentioned. I think the problem is
that's the path to hell,
data
right, Steve?
Exactly. There's, I don't have a problem with the surveillance. There's no expectation of privacy in public. It's perfectly fine. It's what happens to the data and the manipulation of that data without consent. That's the bigger issue. And where does it go? And without guardrails, it becomes a real issue. So, but anyways, I'm really enjoying the conversation because this is something.
Steve, this is a really interesting thing. Like, I remember when cameras started taking over the CCT camera network that they have in the UK. And I was like, oh, that won't happen in America. In America, we're not going to allow First Amendment rights to be stepped on like that. Like, that's what I felt at the time. But now we're almost, it's really weird. So I watch, First Amendment auditors and stuff like that. And it's always crazy to me that, like, police don't understand First Amendment rights and all that stuff. But now it's almost like a corporate guy watched a couple of those things and said, wait a second, what if I First Amendment audited with my devices that are constantly connected, it'll always be on, and I just collect all the information using all the technologies that's available. And there's really nothing stopping them from doing that, right? Like, in our laws, in our government, there's nothing stopping them from being able to do that. So it's like, yeah, this is a problem now. This is a big problem.
It is.
Well, they sold it under the law enforcement banner, right? So that's how they did it. Is they promoted just like any good lobbyist, they showed up and started promoting, hey, we've got this technology and this will help with vehicle theft and this will help with crime and blah blah blah, and they started putting that stuff out on the ground. But the problem is they approached it from the premise of data collectors and salesmen, right? Just like the data collectors that exist today that take all your information and sell it to another data broker and sell it to this person, sell it to that person. It's the exact same setup. It was just publicly available, right? And then to find out that it was so blatant that they were posting username and passwords and weren't even trying to cover that stuff was pretty ridiculous. Crazy. But it's data sales is what's driving everything currently, right? Like, in you've had some major data leaks alone. So you take something like what happened with the Social Security Administration and, posting 200 and some odd million people's information. And then you couple that with, the flock system and some of the stuff that was available. You can pretty well find anybody at any given time anywhere in the U.S. Like it's not rocket science.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
Josh,
hell,
one
you
thing
have
about
government leaks. Like government databases of classified individuals have been leaked, right? Like, come on, it's not even like private entities. You're talking about government resources are out there.
I mean, I know you guys have heard this story, but you realize that when the director of the CIA got hacked, do you guys realize how easy that was to do?
So bad.
That was literally a 16-year-old kid in the UK that figured out that he had a public Verizon phone number and faked that he was a Verizon associate and hacked his account. He didn't even have to hack his account. They gave him the password, and that's that. It was that simple.
It's insane.
Social engineering, man.
So
100%.
If it was really about catching criminals, like our friend Ham would have his van back. Like he lives in a city that has flock cameras all over the place, and his van was stolen, and it's been months. And why isn't that popping up? Like, why aren't they checking flock for that? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
It's because it's not a priority. That's 100% what that is. They play like it's a priority, but it's not. The priority is finding existing felons or people with warrants that are either in stolen vehicles or in a plate number that they're looking for, regardless what they say. It's not conspiracy theory, it's fact.
Yep.
True. So Josh, one comment about your analogy, which separates, I think, us from the UK and the EU, is that there's a explicit legal framework that governs collection, retention, and use and sharing and all that other good stuff, which we do not have. And there's a very different use case, and it is far more strict. How it works, I'm not aware, but I do know that there is a significant difference between. There's nothing. We have no guardrails. That's actually one of the problems that we have right now.
Yeah,
we kind of grew into this, and that's
You make an interesting point, because there are guardrails in the sense of like just warrantless collection in the U.S. Like agencies can't just do that, right? Like that is true. There are those guardrails. Like a warrantless collection hypothetically does not exist. It's illegal to do that. But this is almost like the inroads around it, right? Because, well, we didn't do it. This is a private entity that's doing it, and they have the information, and we're just trying to find out if somebody's doing a crime or not, right? Like we're just asking questions, guys. We're just asking questions. That's like seriously the antithesis of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've seen that proven wrong time and time again. Like, I know that there's supposed to be guardrails in place, but guys, come on, you've seen the exact same thing. They can pull intel on anybody in any given time, and they'll tell you that there's laws in place to cover that, but we all know that's horseshit.
Well, yeah, I mean that. Yeah, well, it's true that even if you had guardrails like they say they do in the UK, I'm sure there's somewhere in multiple instances where that's been violated. So it's like, this is why these devices exist.
Person.
This is why these type of devices exist, right? It's almost like we were just ranting just to go back to say, this is why things like the Nyan box and the Hail Hound and all this stuff exists. Like, thank you guys for making.
There's a great saying in hackers: snoop onto them as they snoop onto us, and I think it plays like really key right now.
It's super.
Yeah, no, that's good, J-Bo.
Yeah, that's really good point. That's an old quote. That goes well before the movie. That's way back in the day.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Wow, yeah. Well, you're making me feel old. But yes.
Yeah, but I mean, the funny thing is, though, is it's fact, though. When you think about it, it doesn't matter if it's on the radio side or if it's on the video side or anything between. Like, it's going to progressively get worse. You guys were talking about the UK. The last estimated camera count over there is 19 cameras per every person, right? So when you think about the population and the density, and then you think about 19 cameras per person on a CTV setup, like, that's enough to make your blood run cold, I mean, and the problem is here is, this stuff gets put into place. Flock was initiating and rolling this stuff as hard as they could, and they were promoting to city councils and doing this stuff on the sly without anybody noticing, which is what always happens, right? It's like, hey, we'll pay you an incentive, this will help, blah blah blah, and then pretty quick you've got a dragnet of shit put up that nobody wanted, and it's almost impossible to get that back down, right? So
That's
now
the
you've
big
got
problem.
to detect them and figure out.
Is they took the check to get them placed, and now how do you get them out of there? That's the big problem, is going to the city. As someone who is working with my wife trying to recall 2 council members and going through the whole thing and getting my antennas, people coming after me for my antennas and all that stuff, like, the city might even agree with you. Like, I think there's a number of cities out there that are like, holy crap, what did we just sign up for? Like, they didn't realize how deep, the rabbit hole went, and now they're in it, and they're like, well, crap, I'm going to look like an idiot, and I'm going to get voted out in the next, term if I don't defend this decision that I made or the previous council member made or whatever. Like, it's when something gets into like legislation, even at the local level, it's incredibly difficult to remove it. But it takes organized civilians to say, like, no, I cannot stand for this. I will not accept this, to be able to stand up and say no, like it's not okay. And you're gonna have to spend a lot of your time to do it. Trust me.
Yeah, you guys start paying attention to your local news and start watching that randomly you'll see these little feed stories that pop in about a vehicle theft that was forwarded because there was a flock camera that caught them in one of the flock systems, and you're gradually starting to see these push more and more into the media. It's shocking when you pay attention, honestly.
Yeah, those are perfectly done. But Josh, like you said, it's hard. It's hard to fight the city, but we've got a lot of our city councils out here. They're actually listening to people. Not only are they canceling the contracts, they're actually going out, and until Flock can come remove them, they're going and covering the cameras up completely.
I love that. I love that. And the problem you have is that's one good council, and it's only one bad council away from flipping right back over. It's the citizenry has to be organized and collected to be able to stick together and continue to have a voice that says this is not okay. And that's really the only way you fight some of it. Well, right now, that's the only way you really fight it. That is, I mean, as J-Bo Hack said in the live stream, that's a beautifully worded, was you have to organize, go to your city, and let them know this is not accepted, and if they don't fix it, we're voting them out. Period. End of discussion. And oftentimes, a one issue is the best way to just fight something like this, is just focus it on the one issue. Be like, look, I don't like you for a myriad of reasons, but if you fix this, like, we can work on the other stuff. This is a non-starter. Everything must stop until we fix this one thing. And that works in some cases. There's all kinds of ways to do it.
Well, and that's you bring up a perfect point. It takes the citizens, and it's the citizens banded together out here that are causing these city councils to do it. And it's also because there's been a lot of cities out here that the citizens showed up, and city council went completely against what they were saying. So as soon as the vote come up, every incumbent that was up for vote got voted out.
Blasted. Good.
That's awesome.
Well, there's a small problem. Like, when they get so here in Colorado, they took him out of Denver. And then, but they didn't take him out of like companies like Lowe's, Home Depot. All those parking lots still have 2 flock cameras when you go in. Like, there's still places all around Denver that have flock cameras still pointing all over the place, and it's ridiculous. It's like, oh, so these private companies can still sell our stuff to, like, where do we sign up for this? Like, I didn't sign up to become a product just by living and traveling.
So something that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, and I came in through Colorado down to DEF CON. I flew into Colorado, did the Rockies and Grand Canyon.
Oh, beautiful drive.
The scenic view.
Drive. Yeah.
I ended up doing that, and in Colorado, they're all over the place. Like, I seen them outside of HOAs facing inwards, and I seen them, like, literally the one that rubbed me the wrong way. And I've heard about this all over the place, is them at, like, parks and stuff.
Yeah.
But there was literally one at the park. And I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah,
man, that's horrible.
We have them at state and government parks here for real. And they have them pointing them at cannabis dispensaries and all kinds of stuff all over Denver. Like, it doesn't make sense. People are just
They have
doing
the-
illegal things in a legal place, minding their own legal business.
That is the right
They've
way to
got
go.
the
Bricker
trailers
House
too, right?
Bricker House is we've got the trailers at our local Lowe's. Is don't go to Lowe's. I mean, and tell them why you're not going. I don't mean go make the manager at the local Lowe's day hell because you want to fight about flock cams. Like, reach out to corporate and tell them it's like, hey, I'm cutting ties. I got a Home Depot. It's just down the street. I'm going to Home Depot. I'm never going to Lowe's again because of this.
Yep.
We got anybody from New Mexico in here? There's a buddy of mine that's in New Mexico, and he said that they have mobile surveillance vans now that they'll park in places and crank flock cameras up onto.
Holy
Yep.
crap.
They've got those, and they even have speed signs that also have like cameras in them. Because Flock at this point has branched into a bunch of sub companies. I think probably for like tax reasons.
Yeah,
and
why would you not?
maximizing proceeds and that whole hurdle. But yeah, they in the latest Ben Jordan video with a collab with someone else, he actually went over like going to one of their facilities, and it was literally just mobile vans with flock cameras and stuff. And it's like, wow, like you guys are actually trying to hide them now. And the funny part is Flock themselves are trying to hide as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
yeah, bro, full blown surveillance van. Like, I saw a picture of it. I could not believe what I was looking at, but it is a legit, like, movie style FBI looking surveillance van. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, the cameras all inset in the sides, covered in plexi and stuff was wild.
Exactly.
Hey, do you guys remember that picture that I sent y'all in General that one time of my buddy at Telluride Music Festival, and they had flock cameras all over the place?
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I've even seen them in like dash cams of like undercovers. They've had flock cameras like usually in their dash. It's crazy.
I mean, check your local laws, but I will say that IR light's pretty cheap.
You just need a gimbal controlled. So you just need Nyon box or something to plug into your IR gimbal control to use signal, like, so DF the signal as you're driving and just keep it like on target. You know, that's what we need. Is we need gimbal controls for these things.
Like I say, you want to check your local laws, but IR is really cheap. Don't get yourself in trouble though.
That's funny. Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing, right? Is
Careful.
because if you do something, well, that's you know, as Jabo mentioned, right? Is you shouldn't go damage the cameras because your city pays, right? It's coming out of the city pockets to be able to fix it.
Oh yeah, no,
that's how this all
I'm not
works.
saying that.
No, I know
But
you're
I'm
not. I
saying
know.
from
I'm just
the
saying in
position
general.
of being an old school street racer that an IR license plate light would keep your license plate from being seen as you were doing a little drag racing here and there. So
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
knew
yeah.
exactly why you were saying that, Hellhound.
Check your local ordinances. But yeah, just keep in mind, like, damaging them is not going to fix it. It's literally, you got to go to the city and do the whole thing. And I call it open mic night. If you ever watch What We Do in the Dark, the energy vampire would go to the city council meeting and he'd suck the energy out of everybody. That's literally what going to a council meeting, it feels like. It sucks. I call it open mic night because everybody gets like 2.5 minutes to just rant about who knows what. But if you get enough of the people to have a similar message saying that this is not acceptable, like, that's what you got to do.
Yep.
Who would have thought data centers and flock cameras would unite the aisles of the people and take them back to public calls together?
I will say,
hey, man, if
I
they
have
don't
seen...
reel back.
No, go ahead, Hale. Sorry.
Go ahead, brother. Oh, I was just going to say, if they don't reel back, there's always going to be an IN or somebody around that'll help you point out where they're at anyway, so you can at least try and avoid them.
I mean, that's really it, for the right now time. I think that's the right answer. Is that you should have some kind of signals understanding of what's going on around you. It's just like back in the day when people had like radar, detectors, like depending on what state you lived in. If you got a souped up Corvette or whatever, or muscle car or whatever, and you're rolling around, or some highway racer, like, you would have a radar detector. Well, this is no different. And you're just trying to go get groceries, but now you're going to have a flock camera detector.
I just say Uniden R8 is still a fantastic radar detector, by the way.
The Cobras.
Yes, it is.
We need a, where's that flock camera Cobra detector?
Yeah, that's no joke. But I mean, that's valid though. I mean, unfortunately, we're in the situation now to where you almost have to pay attention to that just as much as you pay attention to anything, and it's global collection on the worst scale. So, the best. You talk about going to city councils and that kind of stuff, and absolutely that's important. But one of the most important things that people can do is educate themselves and then spread that education, right? So
100%.
the more people that understand it, the more people that know it, the better off we are to get killed.
100%.
Yep.
And honestly, I've said it time and time again. It sounds so crazy when I say it, but post on Facebook this kind of stuff. Like, join your local city groups on Facebook, because the people who have the time to get upsetty about stuff and fight the city are actually the people that are retired and they're upset about it. Getting those people on the same page as you, like, you gotta reach up and get the boomers on board with some of this stuff. And I bet, like, in this case, there is a lot of equality across the sides of the aisle here on flock cameras. Get the people that have the time to go fight stuff like this, engage them. Feed them the information. You guys are tech savvy. Feed them the information, whether it's via your local Facebook post, get a private group going on Facebook. It sounds crazy, but I'm telling you, my wife has almost built an entire just huge group of people on Facebook, on Messenger, on a number of these social media platforms that suck, and has been able to do things that cities are reaching out to her in other states to ask her how she did what she did on her recall campaign, because it hasn't been done before, never been done before. Not really, but you know what I mean. Like that is the way.
Yeah, very well said. I mean, yeah, even if you don't intend to do anything with it, if you don't want to go to a council meeting or whatever, there is always someone that is going to want to. Yep. So yeah, the best thing here is really education. Yep. Tell people about it. Tell people it exists, because hey, there might be some people that just drive past those cameras every day and they don't think a thing about them. But once you kind of unravel it a bit further, you're like, wow, those things seriously exist?
Well, it's plain sight camouflage, right? It's just another thing that pops up that you don't pay any attention to and you have no idea what it is. But to that point, too, I'll tail in on what J-Bo said there. So it's not just education, it's information too, right? So if you happen to have good knowledge about something that Flock is doing, or you happen to stumble across something fantastic, reach out to your local pal. Reach out to the guy that might be able to pass that information on to the right folks and get it in the right hands so we can detect even better.
100%.
Do not send me a Flock camera.
Yeah, well, I think one of the funniest things about the Flock cameras that I saw at the show was that one of the guys said he worked at Flock Camera. Did you talk to any of those guys that had them?
I did know someone that worked at Flock at one point until I think when they subsidized into like separate companies, a lot of people got laid off and reorganized into other roles, and he was part of that layoff. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure there probably was people at Flock. It would be an interesting time to be at DEF CON and working at Flock. But
yeah, that's right.
That is wild. Yeah, that's kind of wild.
Because there's
like,
not already
sure.
DEF CON.
Yeah, I'm not sure if anyone's seen the Sneak Reaper shirts. They said like Flock you or something and had like a chainsaw with a Flock camera down.
It says go flock yourself, and I wore it half a day.
Yeah, that's right. I wonder if those guys got hazard pay for showing up to DEF CON. That was a little brave.
He said something, God, he had a line that either he did work at Flock or he was working at Flock, but it wasn't like that he supported them. It was pretty clear what his message was.
May have been my same contact, honestly.
Yeah, he wasn't in support of them. He wasn't like a plant, like one of those guys.
Keep your friends close, your enemies closer.
don't know.
That one guy walking around, he got his from eBay. It was a demo unit. That thing was pretty neat. He had it on a chain like it was a badge.
There was a guy that had two of them. He had like it was a headpiece. And he was like he had two of them like a little Bullwinkle horns. It was pretty cool.
That's pretty great.
Yeah. What was I'll ask this. We can go back to talking about Flock and all that stuff too. But what was the coolest thing you guys saw at DEF CON? If you want to jump in on that.
I'll be honest, the coolest thing, and this is just out of like being a huge Valve like fanboy. Hacker Warehouse had a companion cube badge that was like massive.
Oh yeah.
And I ended up buying it. Like, this is probably some type of licensing issue somewhere, but I love it. So I ended up picking that up, and it even plays Nyan Cat 2 on it, which is like that is awesome too.
That is crazy. Because it was almost 2 feet square, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah, the funny thing is like their company name that makes them is like Big Effing Badges. Like, yeah, that is a big badge.
Somebody's asking in the chat if you could take a picture of it and post it in the Discord. Oh, wait, somebody did. Spurious did. Here, I'll...
Oh, nice.
That is amazing, and it's me that asks for the photo.
Yeah, Spurious ended up coming up to me and was like, "You need to see this badge," and I'm like, "Okay, I need it. Tell me where. Tell me how much. Like right now."
Yeah, no, they did a great job on it. It's great.
That's crazy. And it's big. I guess it's not 2 feet, but it looks like it's over a foot. Maybe just over a foot. Oh, and it's got little SAO connectors on the top. On the top corners, it has SAO connectors. That's awesome.
That's funny.
Yeah, the SAO game was really cool. My kids, it felt like last year the SAO thing wasn't as big. Maybe it was because the badge wasn't congruent with that. But this year, my kids were just nuts for it. It was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great way to add personality to like any badge that you have. Like, you know, regardless of the whole DEF CON SAO stuff that happened this year with the official badge, it was still cool being able to like kind of add some personality to your badge.
It was really fun. Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm really glad that I got that soldering iron. Though. That's probably my big pick, that iFixit soldering iron. I was eyeing it last year, and I'm like, no, I don't need it. Like I need anything. I don't really need anything. But that iFixit soldering iron is such a good portable iron, and I specifically asked about upper level temps. You can solder coax with it, which was my big thing. So if you had a big old thing of LMR 400, you can solder a connector on that because it gets hot. And I was like, okay, you got me. Damn it, you got me. But I went back and forth.
How big of tips do they give you with that kit?
It only comes with one tip. That was the only thing that I was like, I probably need an extra tip. But I've been rocking the same tips on my Hako that I use on the live stream for kit builds and just kit building in general. And that's lasted me years. So I'm not that worried about the tip right now. But
wait, they're the same ones?
I'm still using the original tip on my Pine Sol.
They're not the same. They're not the same tips, and they're not the same tips as the Pine Sil either. But I'll hold up the kit. Like this is the whole bag. The kit just rides in this little iFixit bag. It's cool. Like I'll pull the. Let me pull the iron out so I can show you guys.
Hey Josh, is it true? I heard that thing gets up to like 1,200 degrees.
It doesn't get to 1,200. No, I think it tops out like close to. And it just fell. It gets close to 800. But here's the tip, and I'll zoom in on it, and I think it's a little little dirty.
So it's about the same temperatures as the Pine Sil then.
It got hotter than the Pine Sil. Well, okay, so here's the deal with the Pine Sil. The Pine Sil, I was not able to solder coax connectors on it when it's on USB-C. But when I put a 12 volt on it, I was able to do a little bit better. with it. This guy though gets real hot even on the USB-C battery bank.
Josh, did
So
you
I have
use
a-
legacy USB-C or PD for it? Because there's a big difference.
I've tried both ways.
Gotcha. I've had no trouble soldering like PL259s on my RG 8X, 6X. It's been a minute since I've done it. But whatever the like standard coax is with the Pine Sol, I've never had a problem. It's done good for me.
So I did say LMR 400, but RG8X is possible. LMR 400 was a pain with the Pine Sil.
That's fair.
So
One of my favorite things about DEF CON was actually getting to play with Meshtastic on like a fun basis because it was wildly active. Me and my buddy Jeremiah got a couple of those hacker pagers, and it was so much fun to mess with those things at DEF CON this year. Not only did they look cool and they're a clean build, but like, you know, there was like 700-800 messages just like flowing through that thing. It was a lot of fun to actually be on Meshtastic.
It's more effective to use Meshtastic for like communicating at DEF CON than like almost anything else. It's crazy. Saf, I saw you there. Go for it.
So do you want to know a fun thing about the pages?
What's that?
They may be getting mesh core thanks to me. I had a really stupid thought, and I contacted Glitch about it. And, well, it's happening.
There you go.
Yeah, no, these weren't the Hack 5 pagers. These are the exploiters hacker pager. They're specifically just Meshtastic devices. They don't have LoRa yet, but it's not the Hack 5 pager.
Oh, but having that in the Hack 5... Well, no, you had to get the LoRa expansion board if you want to do LoRa on the pager for the Hack 5 stuff. You got to get the dongle.
Yeah, but this device is just a LoRa pager. It's called the Hacker Pager. Yeah. It's super neat. It's a lot of fun. It's clear. It's really cool.
So I'll take a minute. Lopta asks, is Meshcore dead? No, not at all. So here's my thing about DEF CON, Meshcore, Meshtastic, the whole deal there. I haven't put this into any kind of video yet. I don't even know that it's worth like a long form video, but here's the deal. Meshcore is just easier. Sorry, Meshtastic is just easier to just build an ad hoc network. If you just tell people we're all on this channel, we're all talking, and oh, by the way, here's like 3 channels to talk on. That's exactly what Meshtastic is great at. Like it works fine. You got to go real fast though, particularly when you have that many people. You got to be at least extra fast. You got to do the whole thing. Got to go nuts in that space. Meshcore is better if you're going to have like an established network. So like at home here in Southern California, you can talk from Ventura County all the way down to the border like into Mexico basically. You can talk on Meshcore. And Meshcore has way more channels with way more people talking. It's way easier to coordinate a lot of communication. It's much easier in that sense. If you're going to have like a permanent installation, Meshcore is going to be really good. Meshtastic is going to be the better way if you're building an ad hoc network. So like a convention, like DEF CON is perfect. Also, you don't have to educate the users as much with Meshcore. Meshcore needs a little bit more user education than Meshtastic does. And it'll just work for them. And they'll be able to get on the air, and they'll be able to talk to people. They'll have a great time, the whole 9 yards. Oh, I know it. Yeah, okay, I got it. So this is this pager. I couldn't get one of these. They sold out. They're huge, and they do LoRa. They do. You're saying this does Meshtastic, right?
It does.
Yeah, and it's very responsive. I know it's on the little bit of a bigger side, but
I love that,
like when you go to read the messages on that thing, it's very zippy. It's not laggy at all.
Yeah, I wish I would have got one of those. That is one thing that I wish I would have got my hands on. But when I saw it the first time, I'm like, where is it? Point me in the direction. And they're like, it's sold out. And I went, crap. But that is like the pagers I had as a kid before cell phones. Like I was a proper pager kid. So that was like, oh, give me that thing. I need that right now. So thank you for the super chat from Chris Edgar Lee, KB6KIN. Good content as always. With the 357, my favorite handgun round. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right. Man, what else? What was the favorite thing in DEF CON? Anybody got one you want to add? Otherwise, we'll...
I mean, everybody's danced around it, but the best part of DEF CON was meeting up with the people that you talk with all year.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It's just like a ham fest. It's very similar to a ham fest in that sense. It's one of the best parts of it. I mean, we all talk online. Radio guys talk on radio, of course, but it's cool to be able to hang out with people in the real.
Speaking of which, in the Hamfest side, you were mentioning Dayton Hamfest. You regularly go to that one?
Every year, buddy. Every year. That's the one that I won't miss. I always got to go to Dayton.
Nice. Yeah, I ended up missing it. Well, I guess it would be this year because I was out in Japan, but I'm hoping to make it next year.
Nice.
I try and go to Hamfest and VCF, Vintage Computer Festivals. That's another niche that I'm into as well. Those are always fun to go to.
Question in the chat. No, I didn't sign anybody up for the BKK, and that is totally my fault because, well, one, nobody asked. That's not their fault. I did not bring two 2-meter radios, and so that's why I'm very serious about having two 2-meter radios to be able to do the Brass Knuckle Gang. But Forrest is going to be there too. Forrest has a booth in the floor at Huntsville, so I'm very confident we're going to get a lot of people. But Friday, if he's not going to Monsanto, I will be there, and I will make contacts with people to get them in the gang.
Darn, I brought my BKK rig to DEF CON.
Did you really? Oh, you should have said
Yeah,
something. We could have probably
I
made it
should've.
work. I had like
Yeah,
a radio. My
yeah.
problem is I didn't have a second radio, so that's my bad. That's my bad. And I didn't say
had a
anything
rig, yeah.
either. So.
I brought my Quanshang, and I've got a straight paddle on the back of my Quanshang. It's one of the modern modern Morris little straight paddles on the back.
You going to Huntsville by chance?
No, I'm I'm done after this past DEF CON.
Yeah, I hear you. I did get the crud. But no, man, Huntsville's gonna be. So Huntsville is like a good capstone on the end of the ham fest cycle. Like I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna look for the new things. There's like never really anything that's that new. I'm just gonna talk to the friends, hang out, do the thing. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be a cool little capstone, particularly with everything that I just finished with all my work stuff. I'm in chill mode right now.
Got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
More like a more question that I'm baiting with a proposition, which is I thought it was really cool that DEF CON is like bringing ham radio in with the ham radio village. Is there any way for Dayton next year we could have a hacker village where we bring some of DEF CON to Dayton, try to like interpollinate there a little?
Yeah, I think that might. That's. So, Rolla, you haven't. Have you been to DEF CON? You haven't, right?
No, I was supposed to go this year, but health things got in the way.
Yeah, sir, should go. So Ham Radio Village is like very, I don't want to say straight-laced because that's unfair to them. They're up for shenanigans. We're always doing a bunch of cool stuff, but it is very ham radio. There's not much hacking at the Ham Radio Village. It's very much within the realm of FCC standards and our privileges and all that stuff. I don't know how you would bring that flavor of the other stuff from DEF CON to a Hamfest. I'm not against it. I love the idea. I would love that, but I don't know how to do it. Like I don't have a good idea.
Okay, let me throw this at you then. I've been to some smaller, not DEF CON events, but other hacker cons. I love the badge culture. Absolutely love it.
Oh yeah.
And for the last several weeks, I've been working on a little ESP32 badge that has a microphone, an I2S microphone, and a speaker, and it'll auto call FT8 over audio. And so if you have two of these devices within earshot, they will literally do FT8 over audio to each other, and it's like the size of a keychain.
Badge culture is probably like I am definitely bringing the EMI badge from iFixit. I am bringing that, and it's it's going to be lit up like that, and I'll do the whole thing. I'll go find phones and stuff like that to play around with it. That's not a bad idea. That's a pretty good idea. That would be really. Does it have like a readout?
Bring badge
Does it have a
culture
screen?
to Huntsville.
Badge culture, but I feel like that's not hackerish enough. But maybe I'm wrong. But maybe that's just the foot in the door. Maybe that's the foot in the door. Could be, because you got a lot of guys that'll solder anything. Like everybody at Hamfest, they know how to solder. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just thinking it'd be pretty cool because I mean the two communities they do intersect a lot, but I just don't see a lot of DEF CON type topics at Hamfest. Maybe that's because we're too straight edge at the Hamfests.
Well, because they're busy doing radio, right? Like this is one of those things of like going back to education. Is the most RF community concerned about flock? Did they know that you can receive packets off of flock cameras and determine where they're at? Like, do they know that? They probably don't. So maybe the education is the part of it. There was, I take that back. I take that back. There was a talk at Hamvention that was like hacking ham radio, but I don't think it dipped. It didn't go outside of the bands of our privileges, and a lot of times that I think is the real hard wall, is that they're so focused on ham radio that they're not considering the things that are around them that are also RF, affecting their lives, kind of thing. Let's macerate on that topic. That's a good one. I like it.
Sure.
Are you going? We're gonna see you.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay,
Got
cool.
a big booth. You can't miss me.
Good, sir. Who else is selling keys? Is it C3NZ? Are they there?
N3ZN is going to be there. I'll be there.
Okay.
I don't know. I was going to try and bring some N0SA stuff with me because he's, basically my neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we have time to work that out, but I don't know who else is going to be there than that. Bagali won't be there, so we'll see.
Yeah, I only think they went like 1 year, and all the times I've been.
Normally they go to Hamcation, but N3ZN and Bagali skipped out on Hamcation. I mean, they had booths, they just didn't show up.
Yeah. I'm looking at the chat. You guys are crazy. Man, this is so far been a lot of this has been a fun after chat. I appreciate you guys joining us this time. Anybody have anything else they want to talk? Oh, Dave, go ahead. Were you gonna say something? Oh, you're keyed up with no mic. Dave.
I forget, Josh. Do you have All-Star?
I do.
Nice.
I
just got an All-Star node myself.
I don't use it very often. I think my node's running.
Oh.
There's probably people talking on it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not there, but I'm sorry.
All right. Do I have audio now?
You have audio now, sir.
I've been trying to talk to you guys. No wonder nobody heard me.
We've just been ignoring you.
That's what I figured. But that's where, like, up on the mountain, I'm doing Meshtastic and SIGINT, and I'm trying to introduce some of this stuff and the signals intelligence and the gadgets and the flock and everything else, along with Meshtastic, and kind of dip my toes and start dipping people into the other side of radio.
That is a very good point. On the mountain is a lot more open to this kind of stuff. And I think that, like, honestly, if you started talking a little bit more about, like, everybody's talking about flock cameras. Like, guys, this is also on RF. Like, you can just listen to this stuff. It's out there. That's a good point, Dave. Good point. Yep, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, even wireless cameras. I mean, everything wireless, whether it be Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, it is all RF. I mean, it's typically around 2.4 gigahertz, but it's still RF.
On the mountain, very good question. So somebody asked what on the mountain means. So Huntsville Hamfest happens at the Werner von Braun Center. Huntsville in itself is very built around the legacy of Werner von Braun after World War II. Operation Paperclip, if you want to go look that up, and all of that, bringing a bunch of German scientists to the United States to build the rocket program. This is all public information. I'm not saying anything that's like super crazy, but everything's Werner von Braun. It's called Rocket City. Huge legacy. But the Ham Fest, the traditional Ham Fest, happens at the Werner von Braun Center. Outside of Huntsville downtown proper, there is a state park called Montsano, or Montsano, depending on who you talk to. It is a huge campground that has both like hand-hewn 100-year-old cabins in addition to parking spots for traditional camping with RVs, and they even have tent spaces. And the ham radio community has effectively bought out every spot. Every year, every one of those spots is unavailable. It is always ham dudes that are like camped out up there. And every one of those people are generally more towards like the YouTube community, a little bit younger community. And on Friday is the big day where they do a cookout that starts at 11 o'clock. The link is in the video description if you want to sign up for it. Starts at 11 o'clock, and it goes until whenever, because the ranger that runs the whole place is a ham, and he's super cool with us as long as we behave, right? Everybody behaves. We're always, clean up after ourselves, take out the trash, do all that stuff. Good group of people, but it's all radio. It's like crazy. People are setting up antennas. We're fixing antennas. We're setting people up on FT8. We're doing a ton of radio programming throughout the entire day. But then like Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, I think even Monday now. Maybe not Monday. But they've started doing a show on the mountain. And temporarily offline has been doing a lot of the coordination for that. Where is the link? Where is the link? Hold on. It is also in the video description, so you can check it out. But let me pull that up here. Here you go. So 4 days in August is what he's calling it. I'll just say, just let's come up with a new name. We don't. 4 days in May is already a thing. To, I know you're a very creative individual. Let's come up with our own name. You make your own name. Make your own thing. I think that's going to be good. We don't have to copy another name because, I don't know that we want to hear about it, because that's happened before. There was a big problem when we used another Hamfest name but did it electronically, and people got upset about it. So it's like, yeah, let's just do our own thing. Anyway, he has a whole workshop list of things, and so Dave is talking about adding to that workshop, which I think is a great idea to start to bring some of this newer hacker ideals to the stuff out there. So yeah, I agree, Dave. And there you go. There's what on the mountain means. Yeah, cool. All right. Where are we at? What else do we want to say? Anything else about DEF CON? Are we good? Move on.
I was wondering if I could say something.
Yeah, go for it. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know if this is exactly related to ham, but I wasn't at DEF CON this year. Hopefully I get to make it next year. But I did try out the Aerospace Village's Starpone CTF, which was a lot of fun. And so I don't know if this could contribute to the hacker/ham thing, but there were a few interesting challenges that had to do with SSTV and Morse and such. So that was interesting, if that's something any of you planning to visit DEF CON would like to check out. So yeah, that's just something I had to add.
Yeah, good shout out. I will say that the RF Village has a lot of that. Last year, I didn't look at the challenge this year, but last year they had the ISS. It was like send an APRS beacon via the ISS, which is not difficult to do, but it is a challenge. SSTV was all over the place, particularly at the RF Village. And then there's a CTF called Snacky, and Snacky had a number of RF challenges that I ended up whipping out an H4M to help people to find where the signal is at. Although it was listed in other places, but there was people there was people in line to try and get a badge out of Snacky for like 2 hours because it was challenging. Yeah, there was a number of RF stuff going on though, for sure. And the Ham Radio Village had an SSTV receiver, and so what I was doing in my little chest, I dropped an SAO. My little chest rig had a radio in it with the antenna that is a body wrap antenna, so it goes up and around the straps. And this radio was transmitting SSTV. And what I was doing was I was using an e-ink dumb phone to take pictures of things, and I was sending it through this phone or the radio, and it was showing up at the Ham Radio Village. So I was doing some fun stuff with that. A number of people were doing that too. It was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Well, thank you for your commentary. I hope you make it next year. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I hope so as well. I'm so excited to be able to just, be part of this conversation about ham and such. So I hope I get to make it for next year's DEF CON. Thank you.
Nice. Well, yeah, feel free to ask any other questions, as well as anybody else. Jump in there with questions or comments or whatever. I'm watching everything right now, so if anybody other comments go in, if you say at Ham Radio Crash Course, it pops up so that I can actually reply faster is good too. So. Okay. Yes, Dawn. And this was all on VHF, Dawn. It was not on proper HF. I wasn't dragging a 20-meter antenna behind me in the con to do SSTV. But yes, to the previous individual, if you were so inclined, you could probably wherever you're. Actually, I think. Wait, hold on. This might be fun. Okay, we're gonna look this up live here. So if you're so inclined, there's a website called Kiwi SDR. Bring up this website.
I've been on it. I was on it. I'm so sorry for interjecting.
No,
but I
please.
was
You
on
saved
it,
me time if you already know
hours
about it.
ago. I was geeking out. First of all, love Ham Radio Crash Course. I was freaking out because I got into ham like a few months ago, and I'm currently listener only because I'm working towards my first license. And
nice.
I was on Kiwi SDR just a few hours ago, geeking out, and yeah. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, were you able to try and decode any SSTV though? Did you try that?
I couldn't see anything going on. I was on the amateur radio band, and I could hear a few conversations, and they occurred in German, which was great because I know a little bit of German, so I kind of listened into what was going on.
Yeah.
But no SSTV, not yet.
So the SS. Oh, I don't know what somebody in the chat tell me what are you in Europe? Is that where you're from?
No, I'm from South Asia.
Oh, okay. I don't know. So in the United States, the SSTV frequency is 14.230. I don't know what the frequency is in South Asia. That I don't know. You'd have to look that up. But it's possible that there's people transmitting images throughout the day. I built a Raspberry Pi that just has an app that's just sitting there and listen. And it has a little SDR dongle in the back of it. And it just listens for SSTV. And then I can look at the images at the end of the day when I come home. That's really fun. That's a fun little project that's not hard to do on your own. And you'd be surprised what you might get.
That's awesome. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, I have a really old Raspberry Pi just sitting on my desk right now. So do you think I could use that to do something?
Is it like a Raspberry Pi 3 or 4 at least?
Oh, it's a really old one. I think it's from 2014. So that's...
a Raspberry Pi 3 will be able to handle SSTV, I think, without... It's really the SDR software that's the major draw on a Pi. Try it. What's the worst going to happen? It just won't work. But you'll learn something.
just play around and see what sticks. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Have fun. Cool.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Hey, Josh, got another question for you.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I recently heard you talking about you were encountering some antenna difficulties in your local community with your own setup. I was just wondering if you could speak about that a little bit more. I've got a close family member who's got a tower in the backyard. I was wondering if it was something like that or what.
Kind of. I made a video on it. It's talking about the federal. The FCC produced a document in the 80s called PRB1 that basically sanctions how local municipalities can govern amateur radio antenna usage, or the lack thereof, depending on how you look at it. Maybe go watch that video, but in short, I'll recap it really quickly. I came home after the HRCC campout, and there was a courtesy notice. It wasn't a courtesy. Everybody was like, "Oh, it says courtesy notice. I don't know what your problem is." It's really a fine. Like they're getting set up to fine me. Okay, that's really what that was. Courtesy notice is you got to reply to me immediately. I don't know why they use the term. It's really stupid. Anyway, so they basically called out that my antenna is in violation of their antenna standards in our city. I was one of 2 hams that was targeted for this courtesy notice, and none of the hams with bigger towers were provided such a courtesy. And so I reached out to the ARRL. They had a legal team, a database that I could. Oh, thank you very much, Saf, for dropping that. There's the link. That basically walked me through pointing out to the city that their standards are in violation of the FCC's PRB1. And I forwarded it off to them, and the legal team got a hold of it, and I got a letter back after the city manager contacted us. And basically it was the statement from the city manager was, the legal team's looking at it. You have no action right now. If you'd like it formally written in a letter, we will send it. And my wife said, yes, of course, I want this in writing, that we have no action right now, because the courtesy notice is 30 days. You got to reply in 30 days. And so right now we're in a holding pattern. I got a number of people in the YouTube comments that says the FCC's PRB1 doesn't have a lot of weight behind it unless you fight the city. And if the city doesn't understand this right now, I will fight you. I will get an attorneys. I will fight you as far as I have to if you try and come after my antennas. So if you didn't know that, now you know. That is my opinion on the whole thing. So let's just let sleeping dogs lie. My antenna's been up for years. No problem. We're all good. It's safe. I did my own calculations. We're good to go. That's all I got to say about that.
I appreciate that. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, my own father's got a huge, like long time ham radio, guys. You know, he made a ham shack in the backyard when he was 16, but these past 2 years, he has been dedicating his time to setting up, retired, of course.
Yeah.
He's been setting up a huge tower in the backyard, and
good for him.
Was just kind of curious. I heard you mention that earlier, and I was like, huh.
So
I don't know if like, communities, home associations might be different or whatever, but as the first I heard of that, like usually no issues or whatever.
The question comes down to what I would say for your father is, does his activity require pulling permits at the city? If the answer is no, then him following all the standards of the antenna manufacturers, as well as standards for lightning protection, the NEC code for grounding, all of those things that he can point to, buying things, and either he himself or a licensed, in a lot of cases, licensed professional will help you, documenting the process that he followed, all the guidelines of the antenna manufacturing, all the guidelines for zone, for whatever the code is in the city. Because cities will say like, hey, you're going to have to pull a permit if you're going to drop some huge amount of concrete, like that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know. He's got to look into that. He should research it. Steve, you just dropped the NFPA 70. What is that? Are you still in chat?
Yeah, NFPA 70 is essentially the electrical code that governs all electrical codes. Depending on
There you go.
the year, each municipality may adhere to a 2018, 2020, 2024. I think in where I live, my municipality, my authority having jurisdiction, or your AHJ, here it's 2019. I think it's 2019 is what we just adopted. So, but NFPA 70 is the Bible. You can find it. You can find online copies, but if you're doing something, you have a question about the code, that is NFPA 70 is the National Electrical Code.
Yeah. So
awesome. Appreciate that, guys.
I guess the best thing is if you're putting up a big installation, it's probably worth your time to see, who you might be pissing off if you put this up. I wouldn't go into the city and ask for permission, though. I wouldn't tell them like, hey, I'm so-and-so at this address.
It's already too late. It's erected.
Oh, okay, good. All right, well, okay. It's probably worth your time just to go ask some questions. Maybe not do it. I don't know how you do it. You wouldn't want to say where you're at or have anybody that knows where you're at or anything like that. Just be like, what? I got to pour a lot of concrete. What's the story there? Like that kind of, I don't know. I don't know how to do this at this point.
Hey, Josh, one thing I'd recommend is, I put it in the chat too. There's a very famous lawyer who does this for a living. He's a communications lawyer. I've actually used him professionally, as well as he's been recommended by the amateur community. But Fred Hoppengarten, K1VR, is the authority on this. And that book, The Antenna Zoning for the Radio Amateur, if you think you're going to have a problem and you need to go through the proper channels, that is the de facto guideline on how to do it. It is 100% correct.
Do you know what he looks like? Do you know what he looks like?
I've met him. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, hold on. You keep talking. I'm going to see if I pull up an image. I think this might be Fred. I met him. Does he work with the ARRL?
Yeah, he used to. He used to have a relationship with them. I can't say that he still does. I don't know if there was a falling out or if he's just doing his own thing, but he was their counsel for this.
Is that him?
Years back. I can't.
Hold on. I'm holding it up.
Yeah, that's him. That's him.
Yeah, he was like, whatever you need, just give me a call.
yeah, that's him.
You're my guy.
The guy. That is the man. Yeah, 100%.
Okay, good. Great.
Yeah, so this is the book, and it's important because he also keeps case history. So if you do need to get in front of a ZBA, a zoning board of appeals, or a zoning board of approval, there is gotcha language in every municipality. I actually live in one of the most restrictive ones in the country. In this particular town that has had one of the worst legal fights ever. And one of the things I did is I went to my neighbors, and my neighbors were very cool with it. They don't care. So, I mean, I'd rather beg for forgiveness than ask for permission. So in that case, I'm just, it's not an issue. My neighbors don't care. Nobody's going to bring it up. And as we say in Yiddish, sei gesund. But if you want to go through the steps, this is the book to follow.
So I'm looking online right now for this, like to get a good copy of it. So this is what edition? Third edition. Okay.
Oh, third edition. I think third is the latest, and it matters because there's a lot that's changed.
Yeah, that's not the professional one. Not
that one. I actually have that one as well. No, you want for the radio amateur because it's written specific. There is specific. That's the older. Is that the newer one or the older one? Yeah, it's the older one. Yeah, you want the green one as the newer one.
Yeah, I don't even know where to find that. You're gonna have to buy that used because it looks like it's out of print.
Well, I think there's a link for the ARRL.
I take that back. You might be able to get. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you can get it through the ARRL.
And I think DX Engineering carries it. And it is, if you look, it is on Amazon. I have seen it on Amazon.
Oh Jesus! See, this is.
Yeah,
why is my Google pointing here?
Yeah, recently, I'm sure we're doing everything straight and narrow in our particular situation, but I've been trying to convince my father to put up a mesh device on the top of the tower, and it's been. I mean, it wouldn't take a whole lot more convincing, to be honest with you guys, at the end of the day. But I he said that he tried to get on mesh like one time and just didn't really see a whole lot of traffic. And I think it would be sick if we put up a legit mesh and mesh core device on top of that bad boy. And
yeah,
I think we're gonna do that in this coming year.
Yeah, you should definitely do that.
Yeah, Dave can fix you up.
He can fix you all up. All right. That's a good question, though. That's a really good question.
Hello, is this working?
Yes, it's working. Go for it.
Hello, Adventures in Blind Videography here. I'll be in Huntsville next week, and it's going to be a pleasure to meet you guys.
Nice.
And I just had a question for you, and I don't want to drive the people at Huntsville nuts. I'm using you got to remember, this is coming from a totally blind guy, no sight whatsoever. I'm using a VX6R. I've got a DigiRig Lite and APRS Droid, and I'm trying to set up APRS. Is this a workable combination? And if so, what in the world do we need to do? I've been to Tech Night several times at our local club. We've tried to get it working, and it will not work. So I'm doing something wrong, or it's not going to work with the DigiRig Lite. Can you help?
Are you using JAWS?
Say that again.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just curious if he uses JAWS in a Windows environment.
Well, it sounds like he has help.
Yeah, this is on Android though. This is TalkBack with Android on APRS Droid, not Windows.
Right. So hold on. Let's go back up a step. Like, what have you tried so far? Like, what are you doing to date? Like, what have you done?
So we've hooked up the. I got the special cable from Dennis. You know, for the VX6R, which has the screw-in thread, and we've done that, and we've hooked it to the USB-C port on Android. We've loaded APRS Droid. It sees the DigiRig, but when we go to transmit, it just logs the transmission. It doesn't send out when I send out a beacon, it doesn't send out my position using the VX6. So I don't know what's going wrong with that. Like I said, we've tried it twice with one cable. I've got a brand new cable now, so I don't know. We tried it both on DigiRig and we tried it on the other audio setting. I can't remember now. I don't have it in front of me, but we tried another setting to try and get it to transmit, and so far, no luck. Like I said, my little radios that I'm using to listen in will hear the log. You know, the transmission. It'll show that it logged it, but it won't beacon.
So
oftentimes, if I'm on the internet.
Yeah, so oftentimes with Android devices, you know, like when you run something for the first time or you plug something serial in, it'll give you a pop-up to approve that it can be used as a sound device. Did that happen?
Did you see it happen?
Well, I mean,
Sorry, I had to go find the button again. I'm having to do this with the voice coming through my ears. No, it did not happen. It just came up and saw it sees the DigiRig. When you go into APRS Droid setting into connection preferences, and it sees the DigiRig as an option.
Oh, then that's probably okay. So here's where I'm thinking. First of all, like two general things when I use an Android is like if I'm just using like a raw Android build or whatever, I unlock developer mode first. I don't know that that's important in this case, but the next thing is like when I plug in USB, it usually asks like, do you want to use this as a sound device or whatever? In this case, it is a sound device because what the DigiRig wants is audio in from your phone in the form of APRS that you would be transmitting. And then the two-directional, the backside, is audio out from the audio interface back into the phone. And so you have to have that working first and foremost. If you don't have that, then yeah, it's probably not going to work, even if the app recognizes that you have a DigiRig. At the same time, so here's where I'll take the next step. Have you gone to the DigiRig website to look for any documentation on how to set this up? Because the owner of the site usually does a pretty good job of documenting this kind of stuff. We don't hear you if you're talking. Yeah, that's another good question, Brooks. The other one is...
Okay, I found it. Yep, I found it.
Yep.
I have to look for this button every time. And I apologize because that's annoying to sighted people. I get it, but
very good.
We're having to listen to you. We're having to listen to you, and I'm using a braille display at the same time, and the braille display loses where the button is, and I have to go look for the button on the phone. I have been to the website. I don't see anything specifically for it. I've asked people, are they using it? And people say, well, yeah, but you can see online that they're using it. But when I go to find out how, no one can tell me. But I'll have it with me next week.
So
at Huntsville.
Can you do something for me? So are you going to the pavilion? Or are you going to be at the Hamfest?
I'll be at the cookout. I'm bringing the Gazelle, one of the Gazelle G5s, and I'm bringing some. My wife and I are coming Friday morning.
Yeah. Do me a favor and email the creator of the DigiRig via his website. He's very responsive. And just say, hey, you know, I have cited difficulties. I'm trying to get this set up. I have the receive, because you have receive working, right? Receive's working. I think you said that.
Yeah.
You
I
have
can see
receive working.
Yep.
Yeah, and I just need help getting APRS Droid to transmit correctly. It sounds like there's
and I'm using the fork. I'm using the special fork version, you know, that Jason KM4ACK said to use, and I'm using that one because it has eye gating and digipeating. He said. I haven't got that far yet, but I've got it, and it will receive. And if I go from the internet, like if I beacon from here, from the house, it sits here and beacons all day and all night long. You know, if I move and if I go somewhere, it beacons as long as I'm connected to a TCB connection, a Wi-Fi connection. It beacons just fine. It's just when we go to do the DigiRig, nope.
That might be a radio setting now that I think about it.
That's what I wonder. Where are my VX6 users?
I wonder if that's a user setting.
Comment.
Paul, are you going to say something? Go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, so a while back, I went through the process of trying to figure out how to use a Chromebook with amateur radio things and using a DigiRig. And there were like 4 things I had to solve, and nothing would work until all 4 of them got solved. And the first 2 were that the device needs to be understood by Android, not just as an audio device. And unfortunately, sometimes it prompts you, sometimes it doesn't prompt you. I recall you do have to turn on developer mode, at least in my experience. And you usually have to go in and then specifically allow that device to be authorized, because the standard security settings in Android, it's a cybersecurity thing. They assume the device is not up to no good. And then the squelch issues come in. And that's where I think you were just about to say things about the radio, where if you have settings turned on, it may or may not actually be willing to transmit based on the command going out. So I think there's like 4 things in a row you have to get right before it will actually finally work.
Are you using the DigiRig Lite, the PTT one, the little guy? Is that the one you're using? Oh, I might have lost him. He's looking for the PTT.
That's what I have. The DigiRig Lite, the cool little baby with the square in the middle and the cable on each end.
I'm curious if this is a Yaesu thing. This might be a Yaesu. Oh, have Radio 2 for the chat
I
says
wonder if it'll work
you
with
have
the
to solve
DigiRig
for
mobile.
Yaesu. I wonder.
No.
So I wonder if I'm just pointing it out. I don't know if this is true. That you're using that top port that you have to tell the radio, like, hey, I'm using the top port. I don't know. Because to be honest with you, I did use the VX6 with my Moby rig or the Moby link. This guy
Yeah,
right here.
well, the gentleman that's helping me said, "Oh, it's going to work fine with the DigiRig Mobile, but it won't work with the DigiRig Lite." Now, I've never tried it with the
But that
DigiRig
doesn't make any
Mobile
sense because
because
the DigiRig Lite is just a audio PTT pass through. That's
Yeah,
all it
yeah.
is.
yeah. Well, that's why I bought it specifically to use with this. I thought I remembered KM4ACK using it with the DigiRig Lite, but I guess not. He was probably using the DigiRig. Sometimes on these YouTube channels, the blind guy can't tell one from another because
Yeah.
the YouTuber doesn't really say.
Yeah,
And
that is the difficulty we have is being able to communicate to people that are differently sighted than ourselves. That is
We
a
still love your
true
videos.
criticism because we don't know, right? It's really hard sometimes.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I can see your struggle though. I can understand.
Well, you're going to get to see it next week full on, because if you'll look for Adventures, and I'm hoping my hat gets here for Adventures in Blind Videography. It probably won't,
Yeah.
but I'll be the blind guy in the little transport chair with the camera.
Well, we have
And-
talked before. You've hung out on this channel. I know who you are, so I do
Oh, I love
do
your
know who you
stuff.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of give me pause because I think Mike might be right here. I think it might be a weird Yaesu thing. I don't know for sure though. At the same time, I
what
don't
I'm
remember
wondering.
having to do anything special for the Moby rig, the Moby link. So I don't know.
And you know what? A Baofeng's probably going to work perfectly. That's
you know-
what hurts
well-
my feelings really bad.
So, Shane, to be honest with you, I think your first step is make it work with a Baofeng, which sounds crazy, but you're totally right. Is just make
knew
it
you
work
were
with a
gonna say
Baofeng,
that.
because if you can make it work with a Baofeng, then you're not going crazy, right? Then you know
Right,
it's the radio.
right.
You're narrowing down. By the way, everybody, so many times in life with radio problems, I have pointed people to try it with a different radio or to try it like with a different computer or a whatever if people have that capability. If you have that capability, you should try exactly what you're doing with something that isn't the thing, like one of the parts, to rule that out. Because if you can rule it out, then it's like, okay, good, our troubleshooting is continuing to move forward. That's a big deal.
And don't discount the factory reset.
Yeah, always factory reset all your radios every time you use them. That's the gray man way.
Absolutely. Saves the government from being able to track you.
Really? Is that's how you think you get clean?
Okay. Here's my next dilemma.
Okay.
Tell a blind guy to factory reset a Yaesu.
Well, first you set it into Chinese mode. How's your Chinese?
Yeah, first you open this menu. Then you go down to select menu. Then you go 14 menus deep. Then you turn the knob to the left. Then you hit this button, and then it might reset after it asks you which one you want to do.
The Baofeng's pretty straightforward on that one. I actually have a Baofeng here. I can probably walk through that one really quick. And mine is in Chinese. Mine is properly in Chinese. Hold on. Just so everybody can hear. Oh, we got squelch on though, so hold on. Let me. Oh God. What are you doing, buddy? Okay. Anyway, so if you hit menu, yeah, good. Yeah, so okay. It doesn't tell you, of course it doesn't. It doesn't say you're on menu 40, but one of the menus, I promise you, it's specifically the last menu is reset all. And yeah, that's come on, focus. Reset all. If you click that button, it'll reset everything. And yes, it doesn't tell you. And also, the Baofeng is even better with this. Is it will remember whatever the last menu option was that you selected. So yes, this is the most as someone that has difficulty with sight. This is definitely not a good radio for that. You know what? You know what you could do? You could just go out and buy a Kenwood D75, which has decent audio prompts, and it'll tell you. But you only have to pay $700 for it.
It is the most accessible HT in the world, and I
It
can't
is.
afford one.
And
It
it's
is, and I can't afford
$700.
it. It is the most accessible. Every feature on that radio for a blind person, if you know what you're doing, talks. Everything.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So ICOM is pretty good. I don't know how good
They're
Yaesu
pretty good.
is.
They're pretty good.
ICOM's pretty good. Kenwood is probably the best, no question.
It is. Definitely, hands
But you
down.
pay $700 for a handheld to be able to have that
Can I
capability.
get a loan from you, man? Do you know a bank I can get a loan from? Because I don't know a blind person right now that can afford $700 and something.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. It's
well,
crazy.
that was going to be one of my next questions. Is for somebody starting out. I would ask you this: somebody starting out and somebody intermediate in ham radio operations. What would you recommend for a handheld unit if somebody had a $5,000 budget and somebody had like a $1,000 budget for a good handheld?
Handheld? That's a lot of money for a hand. You should not have to spend that much for a handheld.
Too much.
Too much. Way too much.
Is there any way to lock this PTT button in Discord, or am I just stuck just pushing it?
Hold on. Hold please.
If you have a $1,000 budget, the correct answer is the THD 75.
Yeah, the right answer is THD 75.
Yeah. Every feature on that radio speaks.
Particularly for you, Shane, because you are blind. I mean that does make it, you know.
But you know what, Josh? We need to use blindness. We're in the 21st century, and these companies need to do something, because most of these, like I've got a QMX, I've got a True SCX, I've got a G106. None of them are usable by blind. I just acquired a brand new, mint condition, original 817. I'm bringing it to sell it, not because I want to get rid of it, but because I can't use it.
Yeah, I don't know how to crack the nut on this problem, but you are one of many people I've talked to that have accessibility issues with amateur radios. And it just
I love the hobby. Oh my God, I love the hobby.
Yeah, I appreciate that. The same things that have been happening in the spaces of like phones, where phones have accessibility options and a whole number of things. Going to a phone for a lot of your operation is smart, because you kind of have to in a lot of cases, right? That's the only way you're going to get the accessibility you want. But the reality,
I'm not asking that a radio not have a touchscreen. Okay, I know that I used to own a 991A. The touchscreen is gorgeous. Okay, I get it. Please provide an alternative way. Don't do away with the touchscreen. Don't tick people off. Provide an alternative method for a blind person to use it.
Yeah, and so RCS as well in the chat is commenting, no offense to anyone, but I'm generally shocked the amateur radio isn't more accessible considering the stereotypical user of the hobby. So you'd be surprised, right? There's not a large community of blind people in amateur radio. And something to keep in mind is that the margins for a lot of these radios is so tiny to begin with. I mean, we just got to be honest with it. Like, yeah, you're watching me right now, and we think that this is like a huge hobby. It's not that big. If you're thinking about the size of the user base, it's not very big. And so
there are more people out there than you think.
Oh no, I'm not discounting that. I'm really not. But what I'm saying is, the manufacturers don't necessarily want to spend the money on it. This is me. I'm making a statement. That's my thought. I don't know that they've never said that, nor would they. They would never say like, "Oh yeah, we definitely don't want to do accessibility options for blind people." They'd never say that. That'd be a third rail thing. But you can see it in the choices that they make, that we continually have this problem, right?
But what I tell people though, Josh, is ask yourself. You're a father of food-filled, wonderful boys. We see them all the time.
And they're not that great. They're not that great. But I know where you're going. Keep going. Keep going.
Ask yourself, if my child got into ham radio, would I want my child to have full access to those radios? Yes, you would, because we're going to be able to help somebody one day, because we know, and blind people have been using ham radio for years and years and years and years and years. They've given up. The blind people that I know, they get these big giant Kenwood. They sit down with their spit can beside them, and they do their radio, and they sit at home, and that's what they do. That's ham radio to them. I'm a portable operator. I want to get out and do it all. I want to do POTA. I want to do
And
I
you
want to get
should.
out there. I want to use the radio.
And you should. Like I love that. There's just some brands that are just not willing to play the game with you. Like, I mean, Sean in the chat said, I thought historically ham radio was popular with people who are hard of seeing. Yeah, historically it has been for some brands. Some brands
For
have
some
adopted
brands.
that, and the others have not. And it just so happens that it's the most expensive brands that are more
Radios
accessible.
used to have a keypad, Josh. They used to have a keypad on the
Hey,
front. 1,
I
2,
mean,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh well.
I can't fix this. I can't fix this for
No,
you,
you
Shane.
can't.
I can just
but-
we're amplifying the signal right now, and I will remind again the brands that I talk to the most are ICOM and Kenwood. They're the ones that are doing the best in this space.
And
so
I'm
it's
a
like
Yaesu fan strictly because of the form factor. Yaesu radios are beautiful.
They are.
Yaesu receivers are some of the best there are. I'm deafblind. I have a serious hearing issue as well, and Yaesu sounds better than any radio I currently have and have had.
Yes.
So yeah, I get it. But we'll see you guys at Huntsville next week. We're going to have a good time and enjoy it. That's what ham radio is.
I will do my best to help you, but I think at the same time, like email. I think in this case, email the DigiRig, the actual creator of DigiRig, and just say like, hey, straight up, I'm hard of seeing. I'm having a nightmare with this. You know, what if you can point me to a link to the forum, because you know other people might have already found this problem. And also check their forums. They have a very active forums, and see what you can do.
Sure.
Oh, wait.
Well,
Somebody's.
Yep.
So somebody said, Jody just said, but Jody, he has the FT6 or the VX6. FT6. Which one do you have?
FTV, what they call the VX6R.
VX6R.
The
So
little submersible guy. The little submersible guy.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good
So-
luck. Go ahead, Paul.
Well, I was just going to say.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Paul, go ahead.
So this does sound like a reasonable use case for a custom UVK5 firmware that basically is recentered around making the navigation for all the features accessible over audio.
That'd be wonderful. I love that radio.
There you go.
The problem with the firmware of the UVK1 right now is when you update the firmware, all the speech stops.
Yep. Because
it's recorded. Those are recorded voice prompts. They're not made into the radio. Whereas the UV, UV 380 and the 380 and the OpenGD 77, so they hard code that into the program. That's a 100% accessible platform. It's OpenGD 77. That'll work with the UV380, the RT3S, the DM30, the new 32, that Bafang 32. So they all are 100% accessible.
Yep.
Yeah. The junkers work fine.
Well, yeah. Anyway.
Thanks for your help, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
see
sorry
you
we
next
can't
week.
be more helpful for you, but we'll see you
You
next
were
week.
helpful. Thank you.
Shane, before Shane goes, I just wanted to mention, Shane, can I get DM you on Discord? Because we have a very experienced blind ham here in St. Louis as part of the QRP Society. He's done a really good job adapting everything he has in his shack, and I would love to put the two of you in touch offline if I could.
Can you just email me? I'm good on it's my call sign at ARRL.net, AJ5SJ, AJ5SJ at ARRL.net, because Discord's hard for me to find the direct messages. But if you will email me,
I will email you. Yeah. I'll
please
email
do,
you.
because I would be more than happy to help you. More than happy. That's what hams do.
So
because I think he might be able to have a solution for you.
That would be the same. Yeah, right back at him. Thank you, sir. I would appreciate that.
So Mark in the chat also wants to help. So Mark, possibly reach out via email. That's probably going to be a good way to do it. Shane, I'll let you know too. Like you can go in, and I don't know how well the app's going to tell you this, but you can go into the app and you can turn off PTT mode. You should just have open mic now, so you can talk the next time you come around.
Oh, okay, good. All right, that's wonderful. I'll look for that. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. Y'all have a good evening, 7-3.
Yeah, buddy. And we'll see you next week. I hope I can help you out. I might just snippet some of this.
Listening, so.
Well, I might just We could probably just timestamp this and send this over to DigiRig and be like, hey. But also, I have the VX6, so maybe after this live stream, I'll pull it out and be like, hey, what the hell we got going on here? Because I don't remember having this problem. I don't think I don't think I worked this hard for this. So I think we should be able to make this work in a way that'll be helpful for you. So I hope, but I don't know.
I hope so. I hope so. Thank you.
Shane, what was that email again? I'm going to do some digging into the radios that are blind friendly.
It's Alpha Juliet 5, Sierra Juliet AJ5 SJ at ARRL.net.
There you go.
Got it.
Thanks
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. I'll see some of you next week.
All right. So here's what. Let's see where we're at right now. 8:38. Kids are bugging me. They want to watch a movie, and I haven't been home for like 2 weeks. So, yes, we did go to DEF CON together, but I didn't like them much at that time. They were little jerks, particularly on the way home. I'll tell you what. I was driving home from DEF CON. I have been one of my new favorite book series, not as much as I liked Red Rising. I loved Red Rising. Red Rising is a fantastic book series. But I've been listening to Expeditionary Force. And I put my AirPods in, and I literally, like, you're not supposed to legally drive with both earbuds in and deafened. And the kids were still louder than that. And I'm like, shut up. I'm just trying to drive home from Las Vegas. Shut up. Shut your mouth. Just talk lower. Just talk quieter. And it's like they just can't. They can't do it. The kids, they don't understand. These kids don't get it. But, okay. Anyway, I've forgiven them now. I'm friendly with them again. But what we like to do out here. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, is this the Skippy
Skippy the
Expeditionary Force?
Magnificent. Yes, Skippy the Magnificent.
Perfect. Yes.
It's not for everybody. I don't think this book series is for everybody. I think that I don't know that the ladies would like Expeditionary Force, but I could be wrong. Somebody will tell me wrong. But I think they'd like Red Rising. Red Rising is really good. Like, Red Rising is really good. I almost had the kids listen to that on the way out to DEF CON because we did the real Ready Player One, not the movie, which was trash last year. We did, and then they went off and read all the books after that for all the sequels for Ready Player One. Ready Player One, the book, is way better than the movie. Everybody should check that out. But anyway, that's not the point. I'm a little bummed out that Hailhound had to jump off. But what we like to do towards the end of the show is talk to some of our ham radio and just YouTube friends in general. Anybody who's got a, kind of a spot out there on the internet, whether it's YouTube or not, and just say hi, just see how it's going. So I'm gonna hop up to the top here. I'm gonna give a big shout out to Bill, who I know I'm gonna see next week. Bill, are you there? What's going on with you, man?
Are you here? Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, bud, I'm out here at Don's place getting my trailer ready so I can see you next week. And I'm exhausted.
You're at a
Always
place.
Yeah, thanks. Hey, thanks for the shout out. And I'm gonna see you soon, so I'm gonna get out of the way and let the more important people who have more important things say what they got to say.
Well, I appreciate you. I will see you next week. I'm looking forward to the fun. Next, let's give a shout out to Eric, KH6WI, man. What have you been up to?
Hey, it's good to actually catch one of these when I'm awake. I'm actually back in the U.S. right now.
Are you?
Yeah, my family's house got hit pretty bad by a tornado.
Oh no!
So I'm in town to help clean up.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, a bunch of my radio and 2A stuff was in the house, so recovering from that is super fun. But I took a break, went out to a park and did some sat passes from a Poda park. So I just put up a video a couple days ago or yesterday from one of those, and I'll post another one soon. But hey, had a I like the discussion on privacy that you guys were having. It was just
Thank you.
a little too close to home for me to comment on. But it was a good talk.
I hear you,
So
buddy. I
yeah,
hear you. I hear you.
I'll be probably doing a couple more sat pass recordings. Turns out I don't like talking into the camera too much, so it'll probably just be a recording from the past without an intro outro. So don't expect high quality content, but I'll be putting some videos up.
I will say I do like your thumbnails. Your thumbnails are real clean. I think your thumbnails speak for themselves, like where you're activating from, and I think that's really cool. That's really cool. The chaos on SO50 over Southeast Asia, that's a cool picture. How are you is that just a video snapshot that you took, like a single frame, or are you actually setting up a camera for that?
Yeah, that's just from the DJI Osmo Cam.
That's pretty good. Good for you.
Yeah, so I pump
Cool
in
thumbnails.
I got 2 DJI mics. So one of them I put to record me. So if I'm talking without transmitting, and then the other mic is tied to the radio audio, so you can hear the incoming sound.
That's awesome. Well, appreciate you hanging out, and sorry to hear about your family, though. Hopefully, best wishes to them, and you guys get straightened out and cleaned up. Next is Grayman Pota. How's it going, dude? And by the way, if I miss anybody, it's not because I'm trying to snub you. Just yell out. It's fine. Jump in. If you're a YouTube creator, let's talk to you, or other creator anywhere else. Grayman, how's it going, man?
Oh, doing good. Just staying busy. Actually got a chance to get out and do an activation tonight, and was fighting the NAQP guys. And whole nother fun thing. I did have some people that were doing the NAQP, so I mean, it was easy enough to shift gears and help them out there. But just getting stuff packed up and getting ready to get out of Dodge. Been pretty busy at work. I think this last week we had rain, flooding, fire. Communications, just about everything that I do in a day-to-day thing had some nightmarish stuff going on. So I've just been heads down with that.
Yeah. So somebody asked, like, what is the NAQP? It is the North American QSO Party. It's a contest that happened this weekend. So what does that mean? You dove over to the work bands, or how'd you deal with that?
No, I just stayed on 40 and activated on 40. I mean, I think I probably had close to 100 contacts, so it wasn't.
Dang.
There were people there that were wanting to do POTA, but like I said, I mean, you could tell when they announced their name that in their state that what they were looking for. So I just replied back in kind. So it was all good, and I'll be back out again tomorrow morning. Going to do the live stream from the park, and we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, I can dodge the rain. We've had major flooding here in Indiana, and the White River, which is the big river that comes down through Indianapolis, is crusted. So there's a lot of flooding up there.
Yeah. Well, good luck out there, and I will see you here in a couple of days, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, going down the list, who's next? I think it might be Jabo Hack. So Jabo Hack, I know you're on Instagram. Do you have YouTube? Are you doing the YouTubes?
I do.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh,
honestly, a lot of it's just a copy paste from Instagram. But yeah, I mean, I do have YouTube as well.
Okay, so I'm pulling it up. So what are you working on? Obviously, with DEF CON in the rear view. What's things like for you right now out on the socials?
Yeah, so a lot of it honestly was hammering out the law enforcement gear detection in Nyanbox I spoke of earlier. And then there's a few other things that I've been diving into, one of which is KARR, K-A-R-R. I want to do kind of a detection on Nyanbox. So KARR is kind of an interesting one. There's a issue with manufacturer keys in cars and some other things that are implemented in cars that should not be left by manufacturer, which allows pretty much any vehicle, if you have the keying set right over Bluetooth, you can unlock that car. You could beep the horn of the car. You can like turn it on, remote start. there's a few other things there, but the main path I'm more interested in is whether or not a car is vulnerable to detect nearby cars vulnerable to that vulnerability. So, maybe people can go to their dealership if someone has an iron box nearby and, it's like nudge, nudge. Go get your stuff updated or go get the module pulled out of it or, whatever the case is. So I've been mostly interested in that. I still have a bunch more to dive into on that, but that's hopefully the next one, although there's a bunch of stuff
Is this like an older age range of cars? Where's the vulnerability at? Like, where are current cars have this problem, or what are we looking at?
To my knowledge, it's even newer cars. So it was like a security alarm installed in cars, like raised a huge flaw, and there's like supposedly 2 million, I want to say, cars that are impacted.
Whoa.
Yeah. Let me see. There's actually a news story somewhere on it that
Mark
goes into greater
Rivet
depth.
is in the chat right now talking about like mid 2000s and newer Hyundai, Honda, Kia, probably others too. Wow.
Yeah, I've got a lot more digging into it to go, but yeah, I know there's a lot affected, so that's been one of the main things is like, yeah, I should probably put this on the radar and give it a look to see if this is something that we can do, which I think it is. To my knowledge, it's all Bluetooth based, and you can read the service ID, and the service ID is whether or not it's impacted or not. But I'll post in chat, actually. This is a great article kind of going into some of the stuff with that car exploit.
2 million cars with anti-theft systems installed by dealers are at higher risk of theft. Well, that's not good. That looks like a new car that he's sitting in. I don't like that.
Yeah, so this is...
Oh, that KARR.
27.
Okay, now I know what you're talking about. Yeah, there's so many cars have that.
Yep.
Well, I don't like that. That's not good. Help us, Nyan Box. You're our only hope.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, there's not much remote patching you can do there with it, but at least to my knowledge, but
that's crazy.
At least be able to determine whether or not it's vulnerable, so that's nice.
Are you telling me the 2013 Ford Lightning has... the Ford Lightning is affected by this? Oh, no. Someone's going to steal my truck.
Hopefully not, but...
Well, my wife has it right now, so I'm going to have to take it up with her if there's a problem. But yeah, thank you, man, for doing the live stream tonight. I really do appreciate it. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
This after chat was fantastic, too. I really enjoyed the conversation, so I appreciate you and everybody else who came out. Hailhound had to hop off, but huge thank you for him as well for joining us. It was really, really cool that you guys came out.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for having us.
Yeah. All right. Next, I'm gonna, Jeff's right under you there. Jeff, I haven't talked to you in a little while, but what show are you running? I saw your comment. Are you doing a show? Where is this at? Where do we look this up at?
How you doing, man? It's been a while.
It has been. What's going on?
Doing the tabletop gaming stuff, and been slowly getting subs on my channel, the Bad News Bards. Still have my Ham Radio Rejects channel as well. Need to do some more content for that. Probably we'll get some footage from Huntsville and put that up there, but yeah, that's been my big focus, is pushing that one. So
the Bad News Bards. There you go, man.
Yeah. So I sent Don a link to it. He's like, "Oh yeah, send me a link." So,
Don loves like the live D&D recordings and all that stuff. Like that's always fun to watch. I got really stuck in what did I get pulled into? It's called the Clock Tower. It's basically like that werewolf game, but like there's all these different roles that people play. It's like a live action role play game where they have different roles they have to role play out. Is it Blood on the Clock Tower or something like that? It's really fun. Cool. Brennan was on an episode of this YouTube channel. And Brennan's great. I love Brennan. Wherever we see him, I'm all over it.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, I was out back to back in June. I flew out to DFW and went there for the North Texas RPG convention. And of all things, I met a friend. Because you say, "Oh yeah, my other expensive hobby," and he's like, "You're a ham radio operator, aren't you?" I
He
swear to
knew
God.
you. He knew it. He called you out.
Well, because he's one too up in Illinois. So we became fast friends. He even gave me a ride to the airport so I didn't have to take this stupid shuttle, which is good. Oh my God, my flight got delayed 3 times and then canceled the night I was supposed to come home. And so I had to spend an extra night in the hotel. That cost me money. And then I flew back. I worked for 2 days and got my rental car or rental pickup truck. And Jeanette and I drove up to central New York. But I had APRS running the whole way.
There you go. I was running APRS all around Huntsville. So if I look, I think I might let's APRS.fi. Let's see where I got hit here. We're gonna pull my what? Oh, APRS. You spell it right, Josh. If you do that, it helps a lot. Let's see. Where was Josh? There he is. Where's that? Am I on Monsanto? I think I am. That's crazy. 1 hour ago. Well, that's not correct. That's not accurate.
Yeah, I was gonna say, aren't you on the other coast? Yeah.
That's not right. We don't like that. No? Oh yeah, there you go. Proper Huntsville. My heart's in Huntsville right now. But yeah, no, I spent a lot of time in Huntsville. Oh my God. But yeah, man, thanks for joining us. I appreciate it.
Oh man, yeah, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody next week. If anybody's
you're
in a
gonna be out there.
tabletop,
Excellent.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I have a
wait, Jeff,
cabin
let's do this.
reservation.
Is there a 30-minute tabletop you can bring to the pavilion that doesn't have like a huge amount of space to take up? Did you have like? It's probably not going to be a tradition. I don't know. Is there something you might be able to, like? I would be down for like a 30-minute quick, maybe a card building, a deck building game, or something like that. You have something like that?
I might be able to throw something together. I actually have an adventure that I keep threatening to bring out there.
Like a pre-con? Do you think it would take like 30 minutes? Like 30 minutes to an hour?
I could probably do like one part of it and do that in like 30 minutes to an hour or something like that. But the funny thing is the name of the adventure is Hamoverfest. So
there you go. Let's do it. Okay, I'd be
perfect.
down. I'd be down for that. I'd be down for that.
All right. Well, I'll be out there Wednesday. I check in Wednesday.
Well,
so
I
I'll
won't be
out
there
the
till
whole-
Friday.
whole duration.
Like proper Friday.
Yeah.
But if you play
man.
with other people, that's fine. I won't be offended. Go ahead.
But I can maybe bring some stuff and bring some dice and maybe we can.
Or maybe
I'll
we just
have
play
a couple
Munchkin. Maybe
briefings.
just everybody bring out Munchkin. We'll just play Munchkin at the.
I used to have Munchkin. I lost it.
I've got
back
it
in
somewhere.
Florida.
I'm sure I've got a version.
Yeah, that's
of it.
kind of a fun game too. And
Yeah.
there's other games. You know what I do have? I do have a game called Dragon Derby I could bring. It's a board game that's made. It was produced by Heidi Gygax and her husband Eric.
Ooh.
And
Okay.
of course, Heidi is the daughter of Gary Gygax who created D&D.
Yeah.
So
Well, I hope
that
everybody
might
got
be-
the
that might
reference
be
to
a fun thing.
Gygax, but I can't
Well,
assume
you
these
know.
days. I can't assume.
Yeah, you know, but I'll tell you what, I'll bring that for sure, and that we could probably, I'm sure that could be done in like less than half an hour. Maybe I'll bring the Hamoverfest too, and see if I can run it. But I'll be out there for the whole week, and at least this year. So we look forward to seeing you and hanging out with everybody, and I'm glad John is going to be there. I was about to ask him that, and he's like, "I'm going out there this year," and I'm like, "Well,
Good.
it's about time, man."
Yeah. He said he's busy packing right now. That's why he couldn't join us on the after chat. So he's serious. He's serious
Oh, yeah.
about going. So that's good. It's good to see Don. Be happy.
Yes, absolutely. It's been what, 3 years since he's been able to go?
I'm not trying to count. I'm not gonna hit him with a how. What's it been 3 years, Don, since you've been like? You can't do that. He's just back. It's good times. It's good times.
Yeah, good times. Well,
I'm
we'll
happy.
have lots of fun.
Yeah.
And I look forward to seeing you and everybody else out there. And still debating on if I should bring my HF rig or just my regular mobile, because there's
There
going to
will
be so
be
many
more
HF
than enough radios if you want to activate. Don't worry about that. You'll be fine.
Roger. All right, I'll let you get on down the line, man.
All right, thank you very
Thanks,
much, sir.
73. We'll see
Appreciate
ya.
it. Next is Jeremiah of all trades. I was happy that I have already subbed to Jeremiah of all trades, and I realized that I met him at DEF CON, and I didn't put the 2 and 2 together. Hopefully he's on mic right now. Can you hear us, Jeremiah?
Yeah, I can, buddy.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
Yeah.
It was
Not
great
that
to
much,
meet
man.
you. I'm sorry that I didn't put 2 and 2 together, but yeah, I've been subbed to you for a while. So how's
No,
it
I
going,
appreciate
dude?
that. No, it's going great, man. I actually get that like quite frequently, that people don't put 2 and 2 together of who I am and what I do. So it's not a problem at all. I think it's funny, honestly. No, I'm doing good, man. Just playing with the new H4M Hacker F Pro, H4M Pro. Pretty neat little unit. If you've seen it out, it's got the new 18650 battery door on it, which is pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah, and then just updated my Nyan box to the new firmware. So currently waiting for my neighbor who's a cop to get home so I can see what pings off of his vehicle.
I saw the updates to the H4M, and I've been sitting there like getting trigger happy on buying it. And I saw the videos, like it's much quieter, the noise floor, like there's less, spurious artifacts and all that stuff. That made me happy, but the 18650 is actually a big deal because the original H4M had a pretty significant charging issue. That was one of my big nits against that, was that you kind of had to play this game where you plugged it in and then you waited for it to charge, and it was kind of a problem. Is this much better than that now?
It is. So when the original H4M came out with the battery, a lot of people didn't understand that you had to have the unit on to charge because it has that physical disconnect. And the original batteries that came out were actually faulty. Like they didn't have any discharge protection, so you could run that thing down to like 1.4 volts, which I did in one of my videos, and it like just made the screen just blink sporadically. Like it was horrible. But with the 18650 and running a proper 18650 with a good BMS built into it is a great way to go. I will say don't pull the trigger on it yet. So Trashpan and I both work in conjunction with Open Source SDR Labs, and we're going to work on getting you sent one hopefully this week. So
thank you.
I'll have Trashpan reach out to you in a DM privately. But I manage all of the Open Source's stateside returns. Their return recipient, and then from there I just help them out and kind of move them along back to whoever else may need one at a discounted rate. But Trashpan actually just took over managing their Discord, and he's also in charge of kind of their giveaways as well as people that need to get an H4M Pro. He's kind of in charge of that, so he'll work on getting you one hopefully this coming week.
That's awesome. So how long, like how much time are you getting out of the single 18650 now with their moving to that battery standard?
Honestly, I haven't ran a test yet. I'm going to guesstimate about 6 to 8 hours, depending on use. Whether you're TX or ARXing. But yeah,
that's good. I mean, the original battery ran out pretty quick. It was pretty fast. It wasn't as fast as the pager. The pager's a nightmare for battery, but that's good. I like that. Okay, and also you can just replace it with anything. You can just keep 18650s on you and swap them out, which is great.
Exactly. And if you haven't seen it, I know that you were talking to Rabbit Labs at DEF CON, but Rabbit Labs just came out with a sodium based 18650. And I believe it's one of the newest ones in the US. And I'm hoping to get one here too next week so I can start running some testing on that one compared to their other monocell 18650 that they offer. But yeah, the older battery on the H4M was maybe 3 to 4 hours max runtime. Like I said, I'm going to guess in maybe 6 to 8 hours off of a proper 18650.
I love that. That's awesome. Cool. Well, thank you again for saying hi. I love your sticker. It's literally the
H4M.
I do remember that, and I'm sorry that I didn't put two and two together, but I appreciate
No, you're
you
good. It
joining
was
us.
a pleasure meeting you, and thanks for having us.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. All right. Next, going down the list, and by the way, you guys got to scream out if I'm screwing something up. But let's go to K7 UAP. I appreciate. I don't know that you're on. Are you on mic right now? Can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I like to just touch in because you've helped us out on so many antennas and other fun things, and maybe we'll just talk about what you got going on. Are you on YouTube or any socials? Am I not?
I am on YouTube, but it's not really focused on anything.
Yeah.
I update upload whatever I feel like uploading.
Sure.
No, mostly I'm just a maker. I make all kinds of different stuff, buck converters, boost converters, all kinds of different crap.
But what do you got going on? Are you coming to Huntsville?
No, unfortunately, I'm maintaining. Right now, my job is month to month at T-Mobile, so I'm trying to make sure I'm not,
Oh, hey, do you have thoughts on Calyx? Do you guys
on what now?
Calyx Institute?
I don't know what that is.
So for a while now, that's my hotspot. Is that the little black box there over on the far right side? So Calyx Institute was at DEF CON, and I heard about them like 2 years ago, and I've been running this now for over a year, and I take it to all the hamfests. It's my hotspot of choice. I've live streamed on this thing when no other live stream was possible because it's not deprioritized, it's not degraded. It is fantastic. And it runs on T-Mobile. Like, that's its backbone. And so my understanding is it was like a byproduct of a class action lawsuit or something like that. Are you familiar with this at all?
No, I work on the app. I work on T-Live.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I didn't. I'd never put two and two together until you said T-Mobile. But yes, I am big into that hotspot. I recommend it to everybody. Like Jason, Ham Radio 2.0. He will back me up on this. He could not live stream on his Starlink, but he could live stream on the Calyx at Orlando, and that was amazing. It's been awesome.
Apparently, my business manager here is giving me permission to talk about an upcoming product here.
Oh, we're getting hot news. Are you gonna Are you at work right now? Wait, what's going on? What's happening?
No, yeah, kind of. Aaron's my business manager, so.
Wait, which Aaron? Who's which
yeah.
Aaron? Oh my God, Rolla is your. Oh, okay. We're changing off of T-Mobile. We're talking about something else now, or what are we talking about?
This is ham radio related.
Okay, Jesus Christ, you guys are freaking me out. Okay, go ahead. Please to be announcing.
Go ahead, roll.
Oh, okay. So first off, Matt, fantastic electrical engineer. Don't let him convince you otherwise. He is
Agreed.
One of the most clever people I've ever met. And Matt and I have a good relationship. I see him at Pac Beach every year. We love each other, right? He started working on these buck converters. And several months ago, I said, buck converter cool, boost converter better. We need to make a backpack for the QMX that takes an 18650 battery. Oh. And he was like, bet, I got you. So he's been working on that.
One 18650 to run the QMX?
Go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, 12 volts or 9 volts, yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay. Where might we see this? At Huntsville, maybe?
Probably not at Huntsville. Okay. Not yet.
Well, maybe I might be sending you one on Monday.
Oh, that's true, right? We are in rapid MVP process right now.
Okay.
So not commercially available just yet, but we're getting there because we're trying to merge our interests. Because I have an entire Samsung pick and place line here in St. Louis, so I can do all the assembly made in America and do all the CAD work to make it where we have a backpack for that. We're also looking at 18650s for the KX2, KX3. Get rid of those AA's.
Okay.
I'm just trying to reduce. I'm trying to reduce the dongle battery problem that everyone has. You got this tight little nice radio, and then you got to side strap a battery to it. And If you're on
I agree with everything you're saying, because the biggest problem with QRP radios, particularly the little guys, is that you have to externally power them. And so that's extra crap you're bringing. Yes, agreed.
it'll do nothing but help the what is it, the POTA pound challenge.
The 1 pound POTA challenge. That's right. That's
The
right.
1 pound POTA challenge. Yeah,
Let's go.
exactly.
Let's go. I like it. I like
Let's
it.
do it. So we're doing that. So and I'm letting Matt run that. I told Matt, I think he was a little hesitant because I was like, quit talking about it until we get somewhere. And so he was texting me in the side chat.
So let me explain where we're currently at with it. I've got actually, because I wanted to perfect the boost converter first, and it's pretty much perfected. I've got the final like portion of that board today, and I need to make up one of those. I'm going to send one to him on Monday. I'm in the process of adding a BQ battery charging chip along with a USB-C port, all the stuff that you need to actually make it happen, a thermistor to make sure that the battery doesn't overheat, that kind of thing. That's going to be pretty soon. The next couple of days, probably I'll send off for a prototype of that. And then once I get a prototype of that, I'll send it off to him.
I love it. Let's see it.
The USB Type-C is so important because when you give the use case, it's like, I want to have less cables that I travel with. And if I could charge my QRP radio off of USB Type-C in the car on the way to the mountain, even better, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. No, yeah, you're totally right. Dude, that's awesome. I love it. I love it. And also, for all the non-ham folks that are watching right now, if you want to if you wanted to look at amateur radio, particularly some of the lower frequency stuff, the QMX from QRP Labs. In fact, I'll pull up the website right now. Hold on, because I know we got some folks that are kind of outside the ham radio community. I'll give a shout out to this because it's not only a cool radio, it's a fun project, and it starts at $102, right? So that's like the starting point. I would encourage you to build this if you can. You can buy it built, and it comes in a myriad of different band options, and that's a thing that not everybody's going to understand. At this point in our solar life that we're at right now, you probably want the 80 to 60, 40, 30, 20, or the 60, 40, 30, 20, 17, and 15. Great radio, really, really fun. You can take it anywhere with you. And it has USB-C, so it will connect to your computer. So if you want to do other things with it, you can. It is an interfaceable sound card and what we call CAT control for computer-assisted terminal, which means radio control. So that's a really nice radio. You can pay them to build it for you. It costs $50 to build it. And then there's a enclosure kit that's $20. So you're still under $200 to get this thing. So there you go. I dropped the link for it. I am not affiliated with this company. Just a big supporter of Hans and what he does out there. So continue to support the good work that they do. So there you go. All right. Appreciate you. I love the update. That was great. I'm going to go back for 1 second. Where is it? Is it here? Where did it go? Ah, yes. So Hailhound jumped off on us, but I just want to point out how cool this goddamn website is. This website is freaking awesome. So much fun. So if you saw the skull there, that is an SAO from Hailhound. He had to hop off, but let's just go into the catalog. Look at the product listings here. That's how he lists his products for sale. So I did end up going with the Hailhound 3.5 kit, and just look at it literally looks like it's on Kohl's. The branding is insane. There's like bones. It's awesome. So that's I don't know if there's a lot of soldering, but I'm down for it. So you got to fit all that stuff into the case with the screen. It's called the cheap yellow screen or something like that the whole thing's built on. So I'm super excited. I will make a video on that, and then I'll talk about what you can do with it, which is also a surprising amount of stuff that you may want in your life you're not gonna like attack a network, but as you know, Jabo Hack has already talked about, like there is a number of things that you want in your life. I think in this technological life we live in, card skimmers. That's everybody's problem. Flock cameras. Cameras in general. You go to an Airbnb, where are the cameras at? I want to turn on my scanner to be able to do that. This Jabo can do that, but a number of other things can do that too. And we'll talk about the Hailhound as well. Can have some. I don't know all of it, so I just don't want to talk out of place here. But yeah, big fan of the website. I fell in love with the website. I'm like, okay, well, I just got to buy this right now. So I will drop the link. You can check them out. All right. Next. So we talk. Oh, no. Next is our favorite, Mesh Dealer Dave. Dave, oh my gosh. Are you please bringing those the most expensive computers at DEF CON to the Huntsville AFS?
Yeah, I will have. Well, I'm bringing my house. So
you bring the whole thing, the whole run. Yeah, we got the whole Dave experience.
That's it. So yeah, I'll have all the toys and I'll have everything. And just getting off the DEF CON high and day one of my travels to Huntsville. Had 4 days of work, which were almost completely non-productive because I was trying to get over DEF CON. But yeah, it's just been a whirlwind, and now I get to hang out with the hacker folks, and now I get to hang out with the ham radio folks, and just on my way.
So are you fully not have a YouTube channel? Why can I not find you? Why is this so difficult?
I have a YouTube channel. It's really just got a couple of instructional videos from Steed, some redneck stuff of blowing stuff up, and some mud trucks. But
that's our favorite things. What is it? What how do I find you?
It's JD5UTY Dave.
Oh, it's literally your call sign.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. How am I not subscribed to you, man? That's a bummer. Okay, I'm gonna drop the link. Let's correct this across the board. Everybody go subscribe to Dave right now.
But I'm gonna start with shorts. I have a very busy life and trying to create content. I've seen the stuff that you guys go through to make content, and I don't know if I can do full form videos, but I'm gonna start dropping shorts. Maybe do some full form videos on. There's a lot of stuff I play with that's pretty neat. That's both ham radio adjacent and ham radio that I need to start sharing. So, in the near future, once I get done with Huntsville, I'm going to start making some content. But yeah, just traveling right now. I'm at a Love's truck stop in one of their RV spots.
Really? Where? Where are you at? What state are you in?
I'm still in Texas. I'm in Sulphur Springs right now. I'll be in Arkansas tomorrow, and then Alabama on Monday morning, and then Tuesday I'll be up on the mountain.
Good for you, man. That's going to be fun. You're going to have a great time. It's going to be a good week. So appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out. And thanks for all your help at DEF CON. He was so busy at DEF CON. He was answering so many questions at DEF CON. It was really cool to see. I think it was in part because he had those Raspberry Pi rigs that he had. And so everybody just was flocking to his $500 Raspberry Pis. But
yeah,
appreciate
that was
you, man.
fun.
Yeah, good stuff.
Good luck. See you next week.
All right, see you next week, indeed. All right, next, Hillbilly Ham. Do you have a channel? Am I misremembering?
Yeah, I got a channel. It's a little channel, but I got a channel, Josh.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, not a whole lot going on right now. Well, not a whole lot. I'm bummed that I'm not going to be able to get to Huntsville this year.
Why not?
That four-letter word.
The four-letter word.
At work.
Yeah.
Yep, that four-letter word got in the way of it. But I'll be living through everybody videos vicariously.
Yep.
And then we've got the Ham Shack TV. We got the live stream Wednesday night that we're going to do. So hopefully there'll be a bunch of guys show up down there at Gigaparts. It's usually a blast.
Oh, that's right.
But,
I do got to give a shout out. So Jason, Ham Radio 2.0, will be doing a live stream from the Gigaparts in Athens. It's properly in Athens, but it's Huntsville. It's not that far from the Air and Space Museum. It's not a big deal. If you're staying in downtown, just drive out to the Gigaparts. You should go there anyway. It's a great store. But he'll be doing a live stream pretty early in the day, early afternoon, from their show floor. They've got a wonderful spot. It'll be a lot of fun. He's actually asking for YouTubers and content creators to come out. You can tell him I sent you, because I'm just throwing it out there. I'm pretty sure he said that. But go say hi to Jason. Tell him Josh sent you, and then he'll put you on the stream. Let's just go with that. Okay, how's that sound?
Yeah, that's Thursday night. That's dinner in the stream. I think it starts at 6:00 Central Time.
Is it afternoon, evening, right? Is that where he's doing the live stream from?
Yeah, he's doing the live stream Thursday night from Gigaparts.
Okay,
but I think it's 6:00 Central Time when it starts, because it's dinner and the live stream at Gigaparts.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you're right. I still won't be. I don't think I'll be on the ground by the time that he's doing his thing. I may run in the last 5 minutes, like, "What's up, everybody?" and then I'm gonna bone out to get to the embassy. But yeah. Please go. Please, everybody should go. Go to Gigaparts. I think they're staying open late. I think they're gonna. It is a really cool store. They have a massive presentation of just not just ham radio stuff. It's literally all the geeky stuff that you're probably already into. So go check it out, because it's gonna be cool. Oh my God, does the dinner require registration and payment? Yeah, just go. They'll just figure it out. Tell them Josh sent you. Yeah. That they're gonna love that. That's gonna be great. Bill, can you clarify so I can correct this statement immediately? William, will you please reply? Bill, you're still in the Discord. I'm pretty sure it's statement. Oh my God. Okay. Well, okay. Hold on.
I'm sorry, man. I got my brain. I get so tunnel visioned. I was looking at your stream, and I'm pretty sure it's a sign up deal.
Okay, hold on. I'm going in the back channels
I might be wrong, and I'm sorry if I am, but I don't want people rushing in. I think it's more than a pizza deal.
Okay.
I think
it is.
You sign up for dinner.
I found it. I found the link. Okay, I'm dropping the link for everybody who wants to go. I'm dropping the link right now. Do not just show up at the freaking Gigaparts. There's a link. Ham Radio 2.0 dinner and live stream brought to you by Intellitron. Amazing. So it starts doors open at 5:30 p.m. That is Central Time. I will tell you how many times Huntsville being Central Time has screwed me up flying out of Eastern Time. Absolutely nuts. Dinner served, 6:00. Live stream and broadcast, 6:30 to 7:30. Meet and greet and door prizes. Okay. Oh, capacity is capped at 100 attendees. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get a keg, and we're going to get in the parking lot at the Gigaparts, and we're just going to start drinking. Okay? They can do their own thing. I'm not doing that. I'm kidding. But yeah, take a look at the link. I just dropped the link, and there you go.
Well, Josh, everybody's going to show up at Gigaparts looking for you out in the parking lot now.
No, I'm going to get in so much trouble. Do not show up at Gigaparts and be like, Josh sent me. I did not sign up for anything. Do not do that now. Now that we have clarified the position, go take the link. Do not get me in trouble, everybody. Do not get me in trouble. That's awesome.
Too late.
Too late. I factory reset the login so nobody has any login. So there you go. We're all set. Okay, very good. Thank you. Appreciate. Let's continue on. Let's see. Hillbilly Ham got that. Mark Hughes, Boondock Echo.
Did I hear a Boondock Echo?
What's going on, man?
We got a lot going on this week. I just posted some links. Is on the 30th of this month, we'll be on Ham Radio 2.0's live stream with Wilmington Skywarn. So these guys have software that helps weather spotters out there, communicate information to the National Weather Service and help anybody. And we found a way to help them out with transcription. So we're excited about that. That's super fun. And by the way, if you want to have those guys on too, I'd be happy to connect you. A great group of guys. And I'm still working on them, but they still refuse to take any amount of money for their software.
There you go. I like it.
I'm trying, but I keep reminding them, nonprofit is a tax status, not a business strategy. So if anybody's interested in that, check out the 2.0, and maybe Josh will have them on too. I don't know.
We're going to see how 2.0's stream goes.
We'll see how it goes.
Just kidding. I'm kidding. Of course they're welcome.
See how it goes.
Let's talk about it.
Well, it's with them. We're a minor part. Like, we just take audio and transcribe it. There's nothing fancy there. With the retailers, man, we were so close to getting over the finish line on Friday night, but we'll be over there any day now. We are going to be available through Ham Radio Outlet in sometime next week, I would suspect.
Is this the first? The first time?
This will be the first time we're available through HRO. Then shortly after that, another retailer, although they're kind of slow walking us, we've made all the necessary progress we need there as well. So we'll wait and see what happens there. But yeah, if you see them in Alabama, ask them if they have our product. And if not, why not? No, I'm kidding. They'll have it. It'll be great.
It will be great.
One of the listeners on this channel, his name's Jeff. He goes by Ham Radio Nomad, has been very, very, very helpful in our project on the open source side of things. Like, we can make stuff work for commercial and whatnot. He's been trying to make it one-click install. So people can run their own edge servers. So you don't have to go through the Boondock Echo web interface. So you can still have our product, you can still have transcriptions, and you can own all the data, which is pretty cool. So we expect that'll be ready by the 30th as well, thanks to Jeff. So if that's something you're interested in, he's got a tip jar. I've tipped him. Seems like a good guy.
Ham Radio Nomad is in the Discord right now, so shout out to you, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, he's trying to make it easy for everybody. So, he's been fantastic to work with. My first real experience with an open source contributor, and he's been fantastic. I just absolutely love it. Other news, I don't know if you're familiar with MCP, Model Context Protocol.
No.
Ever heard of that?
No, I haven't.
Okay. So I learned about it on Monday. It's a way that you can connect a device to AI.
Okay.
So you could hook up your ICOM 705, through USB and say, hey, control this, tune to this frequency, whatever, through prompts. So I made an MCP for an AirSpy HF and New Elec SDR. And you can do things like tell me what radio stations are active and all that other sorts of stuff. Just kind of as a curiosity project, but I should probably make a video on that because some people might find it interesting. I don't know how useful it'll be just yet. I'm still figuring it out myself, but I'll open source it and run away from it. But that one was pretty fun too. So busy week. We're
gonna see you at the show. You coming out?
No, not this time, buddy.
Yeah, I hopefully Hamvention was good for you. I know you worked your ass off for that, so I hope it was good, a good show for you.
It did. It introduced us to the Skywarn people, which was fabulous. Some clients that we're still pursuing now. It was good. We'd like to do more next year.
Good. Excellent. All right. Well, I appreciate you. Thanks for joining us tonight, and I will talk to you in 2 weeks, I guess, because I will be live from the Huntsville Hamfest. I have to do it. So I appreciate it.
Can't wait to see. Can't just wait to see what fun it's there.
All right. So going down the list, I think I might have hit all the YouTubers, but I will give a shout out to Rolla because he's going to the Huntsville Hamfest. Is there anything you want to mention, man?
I do have a YouTube channel now. It's got 4 shorts on it.
What?
It's basically an outlet. I uninstalled Instagram from my phone for my own personal mental health. And so now it's easier for me to just, like, if I want to make a video, I just put it up on YouTube. It should be Modern Morse Keys. It's so brand new. Maybe the algorithm doesn't even pick it up
the
yet.
algorithm is not loving you. Well, I mean, there's lots of people talking about your keys, which is good. That's all good stuff. There's you right there. Wait. Oh, we found you. Wait, Modern Morse Aaron makes keys. Is that it?
That sounds about right. It should be. I can post a link in the chat. I just have to walk back to my computer since.
No, that's fine.
I
think we got it.
I'm in the chat.
So I'll drop the link. So we will see you next week, though, right?
Yep, I'll be there. We're going to be right next to the ARRL booth, like the main doors when you go in. So it'll be us, and then 2 booths down will be the Flag and Torch Society. I want to make sure everyone go by the Flag and Torch Society.
Nice.
Yeah, go poke your finger at the veterans there. Fantastic club.
Maybe don't poke your finger at the veterans. Maybe don't do that.
Well, you know what I'm saying. Handshake. That's what I'm trying to say.
Handshake. Yeah, handshake. Yeah, let's go with that.
Give them a knife hand. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you.
Give them a firm grip.
So, yeah, firm grip. That'll work. Fantastic club. If you're a vet, active duty, whatever, they do awesome stuff, especially on the IT side of things. They have their own like Civ TAC ATAC server. It's full of nerds. It's really cool. Yeah, it's a fantastic club. Really active Discord, So we try and just get people involved with the club there, especially since their main goal is to evangelize ham radio within the active duty ranks, try and get more soldiers, airmen, and sailors and Marines into getting their ham radio license, especially guys in the signal intelligence world. They actually get promotion points if they get their license.
Those guys are scary.
So that's actually,
we don't want to.
Yeah,
scary guys. Scary.
So the thing I mentioned with Matt there to show off. I've also got 2 other really cool things that have to do with CW keys. I don't want to say anything right now, but because it may not show up, but because I'm just against the wall right now. I've been machining nonstop, trying to get all the back orders done. Oh, that's what I wanted to mention. Number 1 complaint I have from customers with Modern Morse is I don't communicate well enough. When you got 300-400 orders, everyone's like, hey, what's the update? What's the update? What's the update? I put together a whole ERP system on a local server. I now track every piece of metal that comes in my shop and out of my shop, and I know exactly when the next time it's going to get cut and what's going to happen with it, and I link that to orders now. So now I have an automated process where every week it'll automatically send an email out saying, this is how many hours of labor, machine time, and these are the parts I'm missing left to make your key. So I'm going to bombard customers with information.
That's awesome. I love that. Like that's the Domino's pizza tracker of where your key's at.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to go for.
That's hilarious. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Awesome.
It took me a long time. And so for anyone that says, yes, I read the Reddit posts, I understand I wasn't a good communicator and I'm doing better.
Well, so wasn't Evan helping you for a while too? Is he still helping you, or what's the story there?
Yeah. Well, Evan is so good at customer service, and he does it for his day job.
That's why he's an admin on this Discord.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I get a call from him, and he's like, "Hey, I got promoted. I literally don't have time now." And I was like, "All right, I get it."
Yeah.
So that was a huge loss for me not having Evan. Sorry.
You can't have Adam.
So can't have Adam.
You can't have Adam.
No way. But that just turned into a difficult thing for me. So, and I don't know how to respond.
Proper engineering solution to the problem. Let's automate this problem. We got a problem. I can't communicate correctly. Let's automate it. I love it, dude. I love it. That's awesome.
I even have the CNC machines hooked up to the system. So when I run a pallet of like 8 chassis, it automatically tells my back-end ERP system, hey, deduct this much raw stock from the saw job, add in those parts in work in progress so that I can just walk in the morning and say, hey, what do I need to do in the machine shop for the next 4 hours? And it tells me exactly what pallets to run and what to do when. Getting it out of my brain. I have a dashboard and everything. It's just one of these days I'll show it off. It's really cool because I can import all the orders from Shopify. It has saved my life. I hope everybody will just give me a couple of weeks to work out some of the kinks with the automation, and I think it'll make things just cruise smoother from now on.
Dude, that's awesome.
Did you build this from scratch?
Yeah. I sat down and just started going at it. It took me probably close to 3 weeks just to document all of my processes, because I had to know this happens here, this happens here, this happens here. And I still have to go through and like start marking pallets and things like that. But I even had to go down to a method where, like, for a bin of like the little tiny M6 bolts, I now have it where I can just type in the weight into my ERP system and it calculates how many bolts are in the box, because I'm not going to count 3,000 of them. So yeah, it's been a long thing. It all has come together. Because I can't afford a $3 million SAP system, so this is all mine. So it's using some ChatGPT, some Claude to help here and there, but like that part took like an hour or two just to like help me fix some of the code on the website side. But I'll end up having it. It's all just locally served right now. And then I got to set up a backup system. So, if my local server dies, I can still get to it. But yeah, I'll be glad to show it to you sometime, Josh.
That's cool, dude. That's really cool. I love it.
One man band. I had to get it out of my brain. That's really what it comes down to.
Good for you.
So
I love the automation of it and the fact that it can just like update the people who have orders, because that's I don't think people don't understand how long it takes to make a thing anymore, particularly like in the United States. So the fact that you're walking them through that slowly, like here's your parts, here's your bits. I'm carving it out. We're hogging it out right now. I love that. Good job. Good for you. That's awesome. Probably helps your sanity a ton too.
Absolutely. It answers so many questions. So yeah. Well, then I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. If somebody I'll start having cooler videos on YouTube at some point. Right now, I think it's just me ranting about how dirty some of the machines are, but there'll be fun stuff in there coming up.
Awesome. Very good. All right. 73, man. Take it easy. So I think we might have got through the rest of the YouTubers. Is there anybody I missed? And please be honest. It's fine if I missed you. It wasn't intentional. I promise. Did I miss anybody?
I'm not a YouTuber, but I just wanted to say thanks, Josh, for having the show tonight.
Oh, thank you, buddy.
VE3 DA Victor Echo 3 Delta Alpha Charlie here.
Appreciate you, Matthew. Appreciate that. I will give a shout out. I don't have a traditional affiliate code, but I mentioned Calyx, and I will drop my referral code, which I think gives us each a month if you use my link. I have had nothing but a good experience using Calyx. Calyx has a phone. You can buy a SIM card. I think you might only be able to buy a phone now, or a hotspot, and that's what I did. I got the hotspot. And what it is you pay kind of up front. You pay like a whole year right up front. It's $750 to start because they send you hardware, and it's $500 thereafter, and you get a year's worth. And I'm unthrottled on my hotspot. I can live stream from it. I can do whatever I want from it. And going back to their mission statement on the about clause is digital privacy is paramount to what they do. So I'm simply a user. I'm throwing you my referral code. You don't have to use it, but consider it. Take a look at it. I probably have different use levels than you do. When I go to these hamfests in Orlando and Dayton, Xenia, and at Huntsville, I don't know how well it's going to work at Huntsville. That's the only one I think that we can't use it at Huntsville because of the cell phone connection. But I've been able to live stream from there. So you think consistent, non-throttled uplink of 12 to 20 Mbps is required when I go live. And they generally handle it without any issue. So shout out to Calyx, because I do support them. So anyway, that'll do it for the after chat, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of our friends who are kind of outside the our regular community. So Jeremiah, Jabo, the Hailhound, and all the other people who came out and watched, and shout out to Sasquatch. Talking Sasquatch. That's right. Jeez. Put me on the spot. I don't know everybody well enough yet, but everybody who came up for the live stream, really, really nice. It was really cool that you guys hung out and talked with us, and really, really, really appreciate it. So thank you.
Appreciate you having us, dude. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the education that you do on YouTube. It is awesome, dude.
Well, thank you guys for hanging out. It's not possible if you don't join us in here. So I appreciate you taking the time and telling us more about your cool stuff. And I'm sure we'll talk more in the future because love it. I love the stuff. So
100%.
All right. I think was anybody gonna say something else? Go ahead, and then I'm gonna wrap things up.
Hi, Josh.
Oh, Tom. Hello, Tom. I'm so glad you could join us. All right, I'm going to wrap things up on the Discord side. You guys feel free to carry on without me. I'm going to figure out what's going on with the kids because I haven't been home, haven't seen the wife, don't know where my truck is. I got the start of a country song. So until I taught you get on the Discord, 7-3, guys. See ya. All right, that'll do it. Oh, you know what? I didn't talk about this. I'll just talk about it right now. What the hell? A little quiet time here. So let me back this up a little bit. So here's aside from the Woodford Reserve, I'll have new Woodford Reserve when I get to Huntsville. I figured out a thing. So I'm just gonna say this, everybody. I generally get upgraded to Delta Comfort. Sometimes I get first class. I've flown enough in the last couple of years with everywhere I go to get some kind of status. And my game now is you order a Diet Coke or a Coke Zero on the flight, and you just say like, hey, just give me the can, and then I want a double of Woodford Reserve. Give me 2 bottles, and they'll hand you 2 bottles. And if you factor in getting to Huntsville takes 2 flights, the transcontinental for me to get to Atlanta is 2 drink services, so that's 4 bottles, and then I get another 2 when I'm going out from Atlanta to Huntsville, depending on air traffic capabilities. But if it's smooth, I'll get another 2 bottles. So I've been loaded up on Woodford Reserve for all my trips to Huntsville, and I've been out to Huntsville monthly. Somebody asked like, "What's going on with Huntsville? Why are you out there so much?" I've been out there monthly. It's a work thing. That's all I'm really going to go into. But for the Hamfest, I'm definitely going to bring the H4M. I'm probably not going to bring the pager because I don't really need it. I have to have the hotspot. That's coming. Going to have the low mesh nodes. Going to have one on Meshtastic, the other on Mesh Core. And I'm going to have both of those Quanchengs because they're both going to be keyed up for 2-meter CW. And I'll probably have a couple of keys that we can switch around and play and do whatever. Because some people might only want straight key. The radios will handle straight key or iambics, paddles, if you want to do that. And then, yes, I agree. Let's bring badging to the Hamfest. So I'm definitely going to have the iFixit badge. I don't know that I'm going to take the iFixit soldering iron, though. I think that's a bridge too far. I think we can wait till we get home for that. Other than that, that's probably going to be my loadout. I did show my chest rig. So as always, I will have my glorious chest rig, which my stickers will be in, and as well some of my other gear. And I did get a message from Ham Radio is for everyone. At least the person who created that sticker. And so if you talk to me and you ask for that sticker specifically, then I probably have a couple of them for you. So yeah, appreciate you guys. I'm looking forward to next week. It's going to be good. I got some more work to do, but I will be on the plane out to Huntsville yet again, and I'm happy to see you all here in less than a week. So 73, everybody. Appreciate you watching. Take it easy. Go play radio. Get some radio. Go get your license. Do all the things. Yeah, seriously, I have, I love the chest rig. For what I do at the Hamfest, that is unbeatable. A DEF CON chest rig is the way to go. quickly able to pull out stickers, quickly able to stash, pull things out quickly, small little devices, goes in the chest rig. It's with you wherever you go. It's awesome. Love the chest rig. They make ones that are like less annoying as the one I have. But if you want that hot radio slap right in the front, there you go. That's a Hill People chest rig, unaffiliated with Hill People. They make good stuff, and they have a radio pouch that goes in the front, and that's what I rock. So there you go, Hill People chest rig, good stuff. Take it easy, everybody. 73. I'll talk to you real soon. See ya.